Now, hey everybody,
Hello.
welcome to the Holy Guacamole podcast. This beautiful Sunday.
It is very beautiful outside.
Forget the Lord. Forget your Sunday morning cartoons.
Forget the Lord.
Forget. What else do you do on a Sunday?
We'll forget sleeping.
Sunday footy. Yeah, forget sleeping.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Wake up, go get a McMuffin.
I shouldn't be that tired. Actually, it's like
Yeah,
it's like 10 a.m.
I know, right? I feel like a teenager, but I'm not even staying up late. It's just I wake up and then don't want to get out of bed.
I think we're the worst. I think we're the worst morning people out of
for
our
sure.
entire group.
I'm
Like
surprised we
Harry.
even got this going by 10:30. I know we said 10, but it was definitely like, what about 12?
Little-
How about lunch?
Hi everyone, my name's Brad.
I'm
joined
Lockie.
today.
First time on
Lachlan.
the podcast.
Oh my god, this is incredible. This is I mean, I don't know why I'm introducing this place as if
Yeah,
you've never been here before.
It's new to me. Well, not really new to me either. I've been here for other things.
You were
but
here yesterday to play.
First time
Dungeons
recording
and
even a
Dragons.
video, so I'm excited.
Oh, true. You haven't even been here for like.
No, I've just been here
couch
for
session.
D&D. I've just been rolling dice.
Well, damn. Hopefully, there are more couch sessions to join. We sort of need to get a new couch before we do that. Did you watch the video?
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw because you posted the clip on Discord, and I was like, "Ooh, what happened there?" So I don't even know what video it was, but rough times.
Yeah, I think it was.
It was very funny to watch with no context. To be honest.
I don't think the full video's come out. But it was a chicken horse video. So keep an eye
they're
out for that.
classic.
And
Very good.
I think that the short, actually, I don't even know if the short's been posted or if that was just a Discord.
An internal GIF.
It might have been. So you might have no idea what we're talking about, in which case stay tuned for a horse chicken video where there is a huge drop in the HQ channel.
Yeah.
But welcome.
Christened it.
Absolutely christened it for the first and unfortunately probably the last time.
Ugh. Yeah, I hope it's not happening again.
So we got a few things on for the podcast today. I'm sort of treating this like back when I did radio back in the day.
Damn, professional.
Thank you. You might have even, I don't know, I don't think we were the closest of friends in Canberra College, so you might not have, because it was a Canberra College thing. That's when I started spreading the word of, hey, listen to 98.3 FM for community radio.
8.3. That's a strong number.
Thank you. It
That's
felt
a
very
strong
good to
number.
stay. I have my whole thing lined up. Hey, Adam, welcome to the fucking podcast.
Oh, we got Harry in there too.
And we got Harry. Is that
Dancing?
Harry? I
Is
wasn't
it
too
Sheets?
sure what the haphazard was. I
Oh,
see
maybe it's a new
hazard.
person.
It might be.
Nah, surely not.
Harry, is that you? But yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday. The intro and everything. It was hi, welcome to 98.3 FM, the radio show for
you
students
still
by
got the
students.
Introduction too. Is
Like-
all that just locked in a little memory?
A little
like
bit.
You just unlock it sometimes.
It's
to go
sort
into
of-
that radio mode.
Yeah, it's like, but it's not even just when I say specifically radio things. It's like whenever I'm making some form of declaration, like Michelle will call me out a lot of times.
Declarations are you doing?
Well, see, it's tiny little things like making like a Subway order. You know, I'm like, hey, could I get an Italian herbs and cheese with meatballs on that
You're
one?
right, you do that.
Yeah.
And I've never really known what that was. I thought it was just like, you know, like you get a little nervous. Like I do. And honestly, I switch into a different mode.
Yeah.
I switch into retail worker mode,
Oh.
where I am just the most polite person. And like, you
Please.
know me, I can be a bit of an asshole. But as soon as I'm ordering something, I just switch straight into that customer service mode. What can I do for you? Even though you are the one doing the thing for me. It just somehow makes me feel better.
Yeah. Who knows? It's just something that triggers, and it's annoying. People make fun of me for it. I'm sure, hopefully, people don't make fun of you for it because you have friends that care about you.
Well, I've definitely made fun of you for it.
So it's something that's just stuck. But hey, you know what the perfect outlet for that is? Doing a podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can make as
That's
many goofy voices as I want. But yeah, that's sort of how I'm treating it in the sense that when I did it with Richard, I just think of a bunch of dumb things throughout the week, you know, big news topics, and we'd fly through them. We won't tackle them just yet. We've got some YouTube videos lined up, I think, for you guys. But I will give a quick list of what you guys will have to expect on the podcast today. Most of you probably know, unfortunately for some, fortunately for others, Queen Elizabeth
Big Lizzie the second.
Big Lizzie the second. Wow.
Yeah, that is her You know, that's her name.
That's her title. It's good
That's
to
what
have
everyone knows her
someone
as.
that actually knows a little bit more about it, which might help in the segment I have for her. Unfortunately passed away like 2 days ago, Thursday, Friday, something like that.
Oh, was it Friday? I feel like it was Friday.
Yes, it was
I don't
like
know.
last day of
Days
the week.
blur into each
Yeah,
other.
sorry, Lizzie. There's lots of things
Yeah.
going on right now.
We had other big news stories.
So I've got myself a little trivia set up because I'm curious about how much you know of our lovely late Lizzie. You can show your European pride here and your close connection to the monarchy and royal family.
Well, not really. Scotland really doesn't like the monarchy.
Interesting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. Like, there's so many different countries that look like they might just cut ties at this point.
Well, that's also one thing. Before we even get into the trivia, I'd love to talk to you about because I don't know shit about history or European tie. I don't even know our tie to the crown.
And like mostly genocide.
Makes sense.
Yeah, like I don't know enough to really talk on it, but it's not good. It's something that just happened to so many countries, and that's why the Commonwealth Games is like everyone has the same flag because they're all just ex or current British Empire sort of nations, and it's weird.
So can't wait for all that genocide to lead up to a lovely little trivia game show on a shitty Sunday morning podcast. Also in the news, not probably as widespread as little Lizzie, but Raiders. An incredible game last night. It was beautiful. The boys gave it all. They didn't give up against Melbourne Storm, a ferocious team. And we're not really going to talk about that. We're going to watch the highlights, of course.
Oh, good.
But I wasn't too sure how much NRL you knew. And I didn't want you to learn something that you didn't, want to. That's a lot of waste.
I didn't want to learn.
Yeah, you don't want to. You got too many other things to think about in your life. You're really going to cram it with a bunch of big, sweaty, muscly titans.
Yeah. I mean, it's already filled with so much random F1 knowledge. So,
Is there really?
yeah, maybe I can make some room for another sport.
So instead, I've got another little game show-esque type thing that we'll do about NRL teams, but I'll keep that as a sneaky little secret. So you guys have to sort of stay tuned to watch it. And then I also, just if we needed to fill some time throughout the week, I've been not in a sober state. And I've been thinking up a bunch of ridiculous questions that I feel like genuinely aren't talked about enough. Most of them, some of them are just a little bit fucked. But we'll go through those at a later time. Mainly just questions for you so you can help shed some wisdom and insights. Life's about finding different perspectives and taking your perspective and seeing how other people treat it and look at it. And maybe that'll adjust mine, or maybe that'll adjust my perspective on you. Who knows?
Who knows? We'll find out.
Exactly.
Stay tuned.
But in the meantime, I do believe we have a couple of YouTube videos lined up.
All right.
Let's see if I remember how to do it. Hey, there we go. Beautiful.
Professional.
So we've got a couple ones here. This one, Harry already lined up. In fact, it's 48 seconds in. So I'm going to give it a little rewind, unless he wanted to start at 48 seconds in.
Yeah, maybe there's just nothing at the beginning.
Yeah, that's a damn
the mic
shame.
was off.
So Ukraine says it's retaken eastern territory from Russia amid more threats from Moscow.
Interesting.
What
Very
in
interesting.
Kentucky is going on here? Oh, hello, welcome to the channel. We're about to watch some Ukraine news. Now, I have not been super up to date in a while. Like
I don't think that's necessarily your fault, because it's fallen out of our news cycle, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I feel like this should be something in an update, considering how many updates we got with COVID and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, there's a war.
There's a war going on.
And I know, like,
there's wars going on.
there's always wars, it seems, but it's pretty
like a big one.
It's pretty big. I guess it just kind of came off the boil a little bit. But, but look at this. That's awesome. Like,
huge news apparently. Just Ukraine is not only surviving, well, probably not thriving. That's probably, I got to really watch what I say in these segments. This is an active war with
two people who are not informed enough to speak on the topic. But let's watch this lovely lady.
Yeah,
I'm sure she has actually kept up with it
she's talking
and
about.
not just watched it when it's on the news.
Please let me know if the volumes are all right or if they're blowing your ears out.
That seems to be what is happening, certainly in a few key areas around the zone, around Kharkiv, as well as in the south around Kherson. We don't have the exact
The
details
absolute
of how many
destruction
is
towns and
just
villages have
insane.
been regained and how many
Yeah.
kilometers have been regained, but the estimate seems to be that there might be something like
That's
20
shocking.
I don't think we'll
kilometers
ever
worth of
quite
gains in some areas,
see
which
it
is
all
pretty
either.
significant.
No,
But
for
at
sure.
the
I'm sure there's
moment,
plenty of
the
areas
NZ
where
is
there
keeping
isn't
a
cameras
reasonably
going
Decades
off
and
clean
right
decades
now.
of
and hasn't
rebuilding.
revealed
No,
exactly what
absolutely. And something I
territory
don't know
has
if
been
we'll
captured because,
ever
of course, this is an ongoing
experience as
offensive.
well,
And
living
is
where
there
we
a
do. So
sense
just
that
another thing
Ukrainian
to sort of
forces can
Well, I hope
sustain
not.
grasp on.
such a counteroffensive?
I can't imagine what that
There
would be
is a
like, you
real
know.
sense that this
Being
is
scared
a
to just
pretty
go
definitive
outside.
part of the war. We are seeing some pretty significant weapons that the Ukrainians have been given access to, specifically,
Oh
particularly
yeah,
by
I've
the
seen
US.
lots of that. That's
and that they
surprisingly
are
the only
using right
update
now
that
in
I've
this
seen from the
conflict.
war.
Just
And
tanks.
there's this
More
feeling
tanks that are
that
getting
the
dropped off.
importance of
You know,
this
not how people are
particular
doing, more like
moment is
how
that
much
Ukrainians
weapons
are trying
can we
to
give them?
recapture
Yeah, yeah.
Just a
territory
little
before the
berserk.
weather turns really,
I
really
guess someone's gonna
cold in
fund it.
around about October. That is sort of this deadline that both sides currently have, because round about mid-October is when some of this area will become really
Also trying to
very
pick this
difficult to traverse.
this
So
accent a
everyone is
little
trying
bit.
to
Is
get
this
things
like
in
an
order
Australian accent,
before
or
this
is this more
October
of a
cold comes
a
through.
Yeah,
foreign
no, it's
And
representative?
as you said,
Australian.
these gains
ABC
are a
News.
byproduct
That's what I
of
thought,
the
but
support
I mean,
that
I,
Ukraine
yeah, they're not
provides to
always
European
Australian, but
No,
I
and
think it's been shipped
Australia.
up.
Yeah.
Given what you've just said as well, would that give the West and other Ukrainian allies the impetus to give them even more support in terms of weapons?
That is certainly what the Ukrainians are
Like
trying
one of those
to
React channels
do.
where
So
they
they're
just
showing
stare
their
and nothing,
allies
and we're not
these
actually
weapons and
providing new
making it
content.
You like this
And
content?
what they're
ABC
trying to do
don't
is to
strike us
convince
down.
Watching
the
someone
Apparently.
else?
Western
Yeah,
allies
Trying to
to
true.
learn.
continue sending supplies and, in fact, to increase the quantity and the quality of the weapons that are being sent. And that comes against a backdrop
Most
of
important
the
part.
European Union warning over the last week. Josep Borrell, who is the EU's foreign affairs chief,
You know, it
he
has
warned
sort
earlier
of
this week
semi,
that
you know,
the EU is
answered what I
actually
thought.
starting
Like,
to
what
run
does a
out of
modern day
weapons. So
war
a
sort
lot
of
of those
look like? You
supplies
know,
Yeah.
where it's
may
nothing but
start slowing down.
missiles
And so it's
and
very important for
drones or
Ukraine to
whatever.
show
It
that
is
these
interesting how
weapons are
much of
making
it
a
is
huge
still
difference.
like a ground
To
fight
move
as
away
well.
from the
Yeah,
fighting
I
for a
guess-
Like
moment, I want to
it's
go
sort
to
of it's one of those things where we don't
Vladimir's
have to
speech
fight
in
wars like that
Vladivostok
anymore.
overnight. He's now said he wants to
But the
provide
other
a
option
grain
is just
deal with
so
Ukraine,
devastating.
Yeah,
blockade
it's just
the Black Sea,
destroying it, you
cut
know.
off oil
It's
and
just
gas
completely
Like you take that
obliterating it.
human
warning
element
that
away,
Europeans could
like it
port
just
freeze
like
a
it's
world
already so
scale.
awful.
How do you
Yeah.
see this playing out for
If people
Russia
aren't
and Europe?
seeing each
Who
other
will blink
and they're just
first?
pressing buttons.
You
So
know,
yesterday,
consider how
Vladimir
people talk to you
Putin
online when you're
delivered
playing a
this
video
quite
game,
fiery
just for the
speech
not to compare
on
war
stage
to
in
video
Vladimir
games.
Yeah, to my latest donor game where I got
World
flamed.
Behavior, it's an economic
He was so
forum,
mean to
but
me,
it's
and I
really an
didn't. You know,
opportunity
war's
for the
obviously
very
worse, but you
big
know, just the
leaders
sense
of
that
Russia
people
to
treat
sort of
each
come
other when
out
there's
and
no sort
make
of human
statements.
contact.
Yeah.
Putin's
It's
speech was
disgusting.
really
Because we're
aggressive,
very good at
and
dissociating.
basically
Yeah.
what he's doing is threatening actually African
state
nations
of
for the
that
most
man.
part, because
Yeah,
these
that's-
grain supplies
He looks
that are
like how I
getting
feel
out
on the
of
inside
Ukraine
after my
are largely
McMuffin.
heading for
That is a
Africa
little
as well
Putin
as
in
for
my
the Middle
belly.
Yeah,
East.
It's
the
a
little
And
Putin
it's
is
been
growing.
a really key element of this war, being able to unlock some of
He's
these
just
grain
such an
supplies.
ugly
because
person. Yeah,
a lot of
no,
countries in the
he's
Middle
the
East and a lot of
stress
countries in
must
Africa
clearly be getting
face
to him because it's
starvation
gotten
without
10
those
times worse.
supplies.
I remember when
So what
Putin, I
was
think back in
signaling is
high school,
essentially,
was
we'll
considered more of like a
starve
like
Africa
a
if you don't
sexy icon.
Well, yeah,
you
because there was all
know?
those photos that
Ukraine with
came
these
out,
weapons.
like the
Him
classic
riding a
one of him on
bear.
the
Essentially,
horse,
the
Him on a
signal was that
horse,
he is
bear,
not
yeah.
above
Sure.
using
Just
food
bear
and
backing
starvation
it.
as a weapon. He's not above
But
using
now look at him.
gas
He can
as a
hardly
weapon
get out of
and
his fucking
starving
chair.
and
Yeah.
essentially freezing people as a means of using these things as pawns in the war. In terms of how far he's willing to go, look, I think what he has shown us is he's willing to go as far as necessary to reach his aims. But what we are also seeing is that
but what
the
does
EU
that
has
mean?
woken
Yeah,
up
for
in
sure.
large parts.
And what
to
even
these
is
sorts
his
of
aim?
threats.
I guess
And
it's still
certainly when it
just
It's
comes
to
to
things like
reclaim.
energy
yeah,
Really
supplies,
nice.
there
It's
has been a
sort
real
of
concerted
similar
effort
to China and
leading
like
up to the
Taiwan and stuff.
winter to
It's that
secure
idea that we
alternative
should have
sources of
already
energy
had it,
to
Yeah.
and it's
to
been
the,
taken away,
the
and
oil
now
and to the gas
we're
and to the coal that they
reunite.
get from
That
Russia.
word
And so
reunite
we've
is
seen
used
this
very
real
loosely.
Yes,
urgency on
absolutely.
account
But
of
that's
the
their
starvation in Africa and the Middle
idea
East.
of how
That's
things are
a
playing
trickier
out.
question, because if Putin does decide to rip up this grain deal that he signed, or this Black Sea deal unlocking Ukrainian grain, that will be very difficult for the Middle East and for Africa, and it's unclear how they might get alternative supplies.
Yes, we can see those consequences in Somalia. And now you've
So I
seen
missed it a
shopping
bit there,
list of
but
tech items,
Russia's
specifically
blocking off
microchips
Ukraine's
that the
grain
Russians are
supply
having
to
a
other
Yeah.
hard time
European
getting their
countries.
Which
hands on.
makes
What does
sense.
this
I
tell
guess
us
that's
about
sort
the
of
way
the other
things are
angle
going?
before they start to increase the
So
violence.
this is a really
Yeah.
big story that we published earlier this week.
But
I
like,
have
if they
seen
want
a
to
list
unite
drawn
and that's
up
still their
ostensibly
goal,
by the Russians.
Right.
well, yeah,
which
it's
is
like
really
already I
ranks
think it's
in
impossible. I
order
don't
of
think
importance
the
sorts of
Ukrainian people
parts that
ever
they
stand
have
for that.
to
You know, yeah.
restock,
What? It
essentially,
makes no
because what we've
sense.
seen is
But
that when
I
we
guess
open
they
up
still think
Russian
that that's
artillery, when
an
we're
option
looking at the
somehow.
sorts of
Because
things that
otherwise,
have
why
been
would they not
found in
just
Ukraine,
go full?
either
Like they're already
abandoned
doing
or
so much. Like you see the
deployed
damage;
weaponry,
it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
that
And
they
these
are
are all like
very
civilian
much
apartment
reliant,
buildings.
Yeah, it's like, what are you
particularly in their
getting?
very high-tech
Besides-
gear, on
Because they're using
Western
anything and
components,
everything to sort of
particularly
fight for their
Western
country. So
microchips, but all sorts of
that's
components,
the
casings,
targets, I
connectors,
guess.
all
Yeah.
sorts of things come
Like,
from
look at
Western
these.
companies. And so what the Russians are now finding is that because they've had 6 months of this war, they didn't expect it.
6
They've
months.
ended
Wow.
up deploying
That
far
puts it in
more of
perspective,
their
hey?
weapons
Yeah.
than perhaps they had anticipated. And
Jeez.
so they're really struggling to restock on some of these key elements which allow them to rebuild their military supplies. And for instance, I spoke with Denis Shmyhal, who is the Ukrainian prime minister, and he said that the Ukrainian intelligence points to the fact that there are really only maybe 48 hypersonic missiles left for the Russians to deploy. So that's really significant. In terms of what it
I
shows
really
us,
wanna
is
know
it
what a
shows us
How
that
many
the
did they used to
Russians
have?
are
That
proving
still
to be
sounds like a
slowing
lot.
down
Yeah,
the Russians
jeez,
because
feels like you can
they're
I don't like the word
managing to
hypersonic.
get
Yeah,
alternative
what the hell?
supplies for some of these parts. So it's
Oh my
probably a double
God.
whammy of
I think you used to at
sanctions
least
and
be able to
also
see
this
it and
microchip
maybe
shortage,
have a
which is
chance of
really
getting out of
affecting
the
the
way.
Russian army and
Now
their
it's just
artillery
as
supply.
soon as it's
Hypersonic?
there, it's on
So
you.
really good to
Yeah.
get your analysis as always. Thanks so much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So very clearly someone who knows what they're talking about. I missed a bit of that because it's playing out of the TV behind. So every time I talk, I can't hear.
Yeah, for
But I'm also
sure.
like, let's not sit in silence for 7 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, look, as cool as it absolutely is that they're doing like better than I think the world would give them credit
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
and they're actually retaking land. It's still just a devastating thing that's happening.
The human cost, and not to mention just the nation building that's going to have to happen after all this is sort of,
For sure.
I hope, resolved in the way I want it to. I think
Yeah.
most of the world wants it to, but yeah,
And-
it's just sad.
Even just the domino effect of things outside of European countries, you know, say you're a Russian citizen in America or whatever, the way people, the same way I imagine people looked at German people for so long after World War II is just they'll see that and they'll think of that, you know, war-driven country and it'll just lead to so much more.
Well, for an already very isolated country, it's only going to make that worse as
Yeah.
well. So it's going to be interesting trying to bring them back into the global sort of conversations, because I think that's important as well. You can't
absolutely.
blame all the people. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
for
there's
sure.
so many different factors
For
that,
sure.
you know, even the ones who are on board with the rhetoric that's coming out of Russia, it's like, it's the same thing where the propaganda machine's working
Just
well.
completely brainwashed. You know, it's as far as how can you blame the Russian citizen from, you know, birth to current day? Putin's been in their ear whispering, or whoever else is. I'm not really.
It's just the state, like it's whatever the government, and that in a sense is Putin, but there's lots of other people around him that
Yeah, for sure.
would strategize.
I definitely don't know enough to comment more than just it is a tragic,
awful,
thing, and I hope, you know, well, the next thing I hear when it comes back into the news, it's saying that it's done. It's
It's all over.
It's over, and nothing was gained, and it was a waste of life. But at the very least, no more life.
I
is getting
really hope
wasted.
it doesn't escalate any further than it already has.
Yeah.
And it's been nice to not hear it escalating quickly, because it was for a long while.
Oh yeah.
But it seems like, yeah, hopefully they kind of back out. I'm not sure
But just
what
also,
the end game would be.
yeah, and just to add a bit more worry, of course, between Taiwan and China. I saw a couple of days ago, I think it was later towards the end of this week, so maybe Thursday, Friday. But you probably, I think I might have shown you the Chinese military drills that they were running sort of surrounding the entire island of Taiwan.
Like the Navy
Yeah, the Navy drills sort of thing.
convoys and shit.
And then a couple days ago, found out that Taiwan have started shooting down Chinese drones over, of course, over Taiwan waters and soil. But
Tensions are definitely
tensions
raising.
are still skyrocketing, and just who knows how big it's going to get.
Enough.
One is enough, and it sort of makes me, it's something I never really thought about, a couple years ago and beyond. But we're sort of living in present times, and it felt very
Do you mean
safe.
unprecedented?
No, sorry, no. I just said it in a very, very.
We are living in the
shocking way.
present.
We are living in the present.
Today is a gift.
But that means we have no idea what is going to happen in the future. Like tomorrow, everything could just go to shit. And it's something that I was never really prepared for, because I just always felt super safe. And it was only as soon as I, realized that everything, tomorrow was a new day and anything can happen.
We've been very privileged, and we still are, just by the place we were born. Like, we've never had to worry about this kind of thing happening.
Yeah.
We don't really have too many enemies.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how it all plays out.
Today is indeed a gift. So as sad as that was, I think it's super important, of course, to just, like
just
you
keep
said,
updated.
no one's seeing it, and people got to know what's going on with the world.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of the Ukraine. We'll follow that up with something.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about. I can only see the beginning of this title. It just said the shooting range. And I was like, is this a flow on or is this a separate video?
Possibly interesting subject to dive on. I just think the idea is really cool. So there was a person we were working with at work, and we were just talking about an issue we were having at work, something about shooting ranges going over like roads. And he was actually, there's a very famous shooting range in, I can't remember if it was in Switzerland, where it does fire over a very busy highway.
Actually, I think I overheard it. Like, 'cause you got that classic work, like one headphone off. So I think I heard it in the background.
Yep.
But I'm very interested to see how it's designed.
Sounded insane. I was like, is there like a red and green light at either ends? Like, stop, bullets are firing.
Active firing.
But that doesn't feel safe enough. But it is super cool. And I'll let this man, Tom Scott, explain how super safe it is.
I don't want to get into the politics of gun ownership. I'm British, I'm not exactly qualified, but I will say that Switzerland has a very high rate of people who own guns and a pretty low rate.
And not
of
just this
people who
gun
are
range,
hurt
but
by
also
guns.
just to see the
Brulin
cultural
South shooting
difference in
range, about 2
how
miles from
people
Zurich, and I think
treat
it's the
and
best
handle
possible
gun
demonstration
safety and
of the attitude that
handling guns in
Switzerland has
general
towards
between
firearms
other
and
countries
firearms.
whose gun
You fire your
safety
rifle
isn't just
from there.
top notch.
The targets
pointing any
are over
fingers.
there, and in between them is a major highway, and it's safe.
Also just some cows.
Just a farmyard.
The pastures in the middle too.
Circa 160 Leute haben eine Vereinslizenz und kommen hier regelmäßig trainieren.
Is
Ja.
Swiss?
Die
Is it its own
Soldaten
language?
haben wir dieses
Yeah,
Jahr
I'm gonna say yes.
gegen 140
Getting
It's a very pretty language. I don't think I've actually heard too
Schießen
many people
absolviert
speak it.
haben. Ja. Wir schießen pro Jahr ca. 80.000 Schuss auf
thick is
dieser
that
Anlage hier
area?
auf unseren
I think they
12 Scheiben.
said
Rifle shooting is a
30
national
cent
sport in
I can't
Switzerland.
remember.
Service
I'll
in the
say
military
yeah.
is
They
compulsory
say the
for men,
national
albeit
sport.
these days with the choice to take on civilian public
Man,
service. work
get a
instead.
hand egg
For
in
those
you.
who do choose military service, a lot of them decide to keep their
That's
firearm
right,
when they
mandatory
finish, which
military
means that,
service,
yes,
but
there are a lot
not
of
necessarily
people with guns
in
Switzerland.
the actual military. You
pretty
can
much all
choose to
have
do
thorough
military
training in
technological based things apparently.
Schweizer
which I think is kinda cool.
Skisportverband
Yeah, that is cool.
hat ca. 130.000
Yeah, it's
Mitglieder.
interesting how many countries
Und
have
in
that
der Schweiz sind,
mandatory
glaube ich,
service after you come out of school.
2,4
It's
Millionen
another thing we don't really have
Schusswaffen
to think about.
registriert.
It's kind of crazy.
So I
Yeah.
Turlet down,
Lie
yes.
down.
Not playing on
All the way
children
down.
reserves. You were a cadet.
I was a cadet.
Your target is
And
number
that, yeah,
You
7.
failed. You failed.
no
I thought
planning
this
on
was a
doing
magnifier.
after
It's not a
that.
magnifier. You just have to be very accurate.
Wir haben
So now they consider that they're so safe that this complete, I'm assuming novice who's never really, especially at this firing range, ever fired the gun before.
Still struggling with
spezielle
the layout of
Auflagen.
this.
Wir dürfen die Gewehre nur hier
Just
auf
you,
dem
So they're not firing
Laden.
across the road. The road's
Dann
just
schießt
behind.
man.
no, they're firing
und dann,
across the
wenn
road.
man aufsteht, muss man wieder
The road's
entladen.
just past that wall
Jeder
there.
Schütze ist sich verantwortlich für seine Waffe.
Yeah.
Without munition.
Without, yes.
You look,
Yep.
the target and
You've not
push.
leveled up. You haven't got your gun license, so
I
you get no
think I'd
ammo.
admit
We are
to
not
that.
giving you bullets right now, just in
Okay.
case.
All right. Let's try it for real.
High-powered BB
If you're
gun.
shooting a rifle here, you're lying down and you cannot see the road. Anything you fire that's travelling fast enough to go over
The
that wall
trajectory of
just
the bullet
can't
is
hit
so
the road.
fast.
angled these
Isn't a possible
platforms,
trajectory
the
for
angled
bullets that can
themselves,
damage anything
absolutely no
other than
way.
the
It is
hill and,
impossible
of
for the
course,
bullet
target.
to fall
But what if
down.
there was like a
hit
little
the
bit of a
wall.
misfire?
Here,
So it doesn't have the right
gets
amount
held
of,
with this
I
hand
don't know,
here.
like the trajectory would be
Like something
different.
in
So
the
it could,
gun.
like, the bullet drop
Look
is
the
a bit,
target and
yeah, I don't know, maybe then it's not going fast enough to really.
Who knows? Apparently not. And then
Yes.
apparently the
Yeah, I
wall's
swore
also
the
so
recoil was
thick
gonna
that
hit me.
even
Ja,
if you
did.
drop,
diese Mauer besteht
it's
aus
not going
formiertem
Gotcha.
Beton
made of
und
reinforced
ist rund
concrete,
30
30 centimeters
Zentimeter
thick.
dick, da
gonna
kann
need a
keine
roller, bro.
Projektile durchdringen.
Hey,
Das ist,
They
nicht
said it's
möglich, ja.
impossible.
Alright.
A
I mean,
rule-
everything's
Monster.
impossible until it happens.
Until it's
Fine.
possible.
I still think I
Okay.
just take the detour. I don't care if it's 2 hours
I'm
out of
not
the
sure
way.
if
I'll
that's
just,
the
Five.
way.
I've
yeah,
gone the
drive
other way
through the
now.
mountains.
At the very least, you hope they have like a red
Hey.
light, just letting you know
that's
it's
a
safe, but bullets are firing over your head.
Got there in the end.
Diese
Like it just makes me
elektronischen
think of, you know,
Zielscheiben,
that
die wir da
scene in The Hangover
sehen,
movie where
funktionieren
they were driving with a
folgendermaßen.
giraffe in the
Da
back.
ist vorne ein normales Plakat, dahinter ist eine Messscheibe.
That's true. You got a high
Und
truck
zum
and then
Drehen
like,
vorne
There's a
verbaut.
huge
oh
animal
my
at the
god,
back,
I
and
haven't
then
thought about
Den
that scene in
Abstand,
so
wo
long.
Das Projektil
Yeah, that
kommt
stuck
mit
with me.
etwa
That's
dreifacher
pretty funny.
Everyone
Schallgeschwindigkeit
talks about
angeflogen
Hereditary
und
and
die
even
Mikrofone
Bullet Train. Like,
messen
nah,
den Druck.
Hangover did it first.
That's where it
Und dann
started.
den
It was
And
Dreh-
somehow it
terrifying.
was the worst one yet.
It's because it's the way
Nice.
it's a Hangover
I'll
movie.
take
I didn't
that.
think I was getting
That's what-
decapitated.
Right at the
Out of
beginning,
100,
too.
And I got one in the
At least it was
ballpark.
like, what, the second movie?
I'll take that.
Third
Thank
movie?
you very much.
Yes.
Thanks, Jeff.
Welcome.
Yes.
Now,
I can't
there is the
remember. I
reasonable
don't have a
question,
lot of
well,
Hangover
what
sort
if
of
someone
blurred
could
into one
stand up?
thing in my
Then
mind.
they could
I
see and
agree.
hit the road.
Also,
Well,
what's really
again,
cool is I
training,
think they'll
it's
explain
unlikely
it
to
soon
happen.
is how
And
those
also,
little
breaking the
radars
safety
detect
rules when
where the
surrounded by
bullet
military
is and
trained
how it lets you
firearm
know.
Oh, is that
enthusiasts
like
is,
to
not a
to
great
check
plan.
what you hit?
What if you
Yeah,
stand
yeah,
up?
because you're not going to be able to
Which
see
begs
from
the
that
question,
distance
or
where
what
the
if you
bloody
decide to
bullet
point your
landed, but
rifle
yeah,
at
those
someone?
little screens
You
tell
will
you.
very rapidly not be holding a rifle anymore. If someone wants to cause harm with a gun, this is not the way they do it. Joining a rifle club, getting all the permits, and then deciding to throw all that away to take a pot shot at a car just once? I'm not sure there's anyone who's sensible enough to do the first bits of that,
Yeah.
and unhinged enough.
It's
to do the
it's
rifle
all
club.
about the rules
And if there
around
is,
how you
they
get
never made
access
it
to
here.
stuff.
Yeah, for
Wir
sure.
schießen
can't-
jetzt hier seit 20
Yeah, like
Jahren
people
und wir
can be
haben noch
very
nie
angry,
einen
but that wears off
Zwischenfall
very
erlebt.
quickly when you're
Voll
starting
Yeah.
to.
Wahnsinn.
Where is that? Where is that
License.
document I
License
need?
document, and yep. We must have missed it, and we got 30 seconds, so I'll quickly explain it. Basically, it was like 3 microphones around the target so that they could just pick up the sound of the
Yeah,
bullet.
it's almost like a
and
sonar.
impacting. And yeah, it's like a sonar thing, so it could tell where
That's super
exactly it
smart.
landed.
And then you just get a little bloop.
And a little bloop, and it tells you. So yeah, that was some really cool
That is very
thing
cool.
that he sent me. I love people that just
It
have like
still
little
seems a
facts.
bit odd.
A little bit cooks.
Yeah, but you know, each to their own, I
Like
guess.
just move the range around.
yeah,
who
just
knows?
fire into the mountain.
All right, ad for 3 seconds. We'll see you guys later, unless you're Prime member.
Oh,
In
and
which
we're in an
case,
ad,
you're
but you're
still
not.
with us.
Hello.
Thank you for using your Prime subscriptions. Well, hopefully you learned a little bit with Ukraine and you had a little bit of fun with Switzerland.
Yeah.
Next on the agenda once we finish up this ad break.
I was gonna say,
the-
you have to be subscribed to get the NRL
Oh,
rundown.
no, I couldn't. I mean, you have to be subscribed to see me do this.
Oh, he's doing a thing.
See how they're connected?
I'll
just wait for this.
I'm watching. Oh my god!
They're
Now
not
that's some
connected.
premium content.
Mwah.
Now I don't think I can do anything quite that nice, but
Oh,
I
shit.
can do
Okay.
one of
All
these
right.
bad boys. Do you remember these in primary school?
I do not. What are you
It's the
doing?
bloody little lizard thing. I don't think I can contort my.
Oh, shit.
Look at him.
Oh, that looks sick.
It's a bloody python. All right.
That's incredible. Wow. All right. Well, that's definitely some premium experience. No,
Is that Noah saying that he's not subbed and yet he's still seeing our incredible hand gestures?
What? No, surely not.
This is premium.
You even have a first.
You should be behind the paywall.
You've been subscribed for 3 months now. I can see it. It's right there on your badge.
Yeah. He's lying to us.
But yes, I think after this, welcome to the chat, Mitch. Oh, I want
Hello.
to see some
Shadow
shadow
puppets
puppets.
next, please.
Can you do a shadow puppet?
I think I used to be able to do the turtle, but I can't remember how you. We don't have a.
turtle?
It's like, yeah, so the shell, and then you got a little flippers.
Oh, gotcha.
Can you do like the dog, the wolf? I feel like there's something else I'm missing. Do you do like that or something? Well, look, before the next podcast we're both on, we'll practice.
Welcome back from the ad
Might
break.
even get a lamp.
Yes, actually, that's great. I'll write that down later. Well, Mitch, you joined just in time for the biggest news of this week: the Raiders v Storm. Oh my God, what a game, Lachlan!
Now, I woke up, the only reason I know the final score, because I was out last night at a bar, so I saw people crowding around the TV that had it on. I think I was only there for the first little bit, maybe not even a half. But I did wake up to your story on Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah. And that was the best way I could find out.
Stuck at Storm. Real quick, I actually just remembered, end of the first ad break, we're actually going to quickly just run through the schedule of the week, just so people, now that people are in, you can see what we'll be doing throughout the week. Starting
milk.
on today, you are watching currently the Holy Guacamole podcast, followed hopefully at some point today. Mitch, I don't know what you're doing, but hopefully at some point you're doing a bit of a stream because we're still in September.
Every day.
And it is every day we expect to see your face. Let people know in the chat, Mitch, what you're doing here.
He's on the absolute grind.
Are you playing a game? Are you playing some music? Who knows? Maybe now that you've got a bucket load more subscribers, who knows what you can get up to? The sky's the limit. Stay tuned tomorrow for some Adam streaming. He's been doing... God, I really got to start to learn the name of the games. Adam, if you're still here, please remind me of some form of monster
He
game.
said he was going to be here in spirit. Does spirit mean he can type?
Yes, sure. Spirits can type. Why not? I can't remember.
Horror
Oh, horror stream.
Oh, boy.
Incredible.
All right.
I'd love to see what horror game you're playing. Harry will apparently be also doing
He
a little
is
bit of a
not, no.
Bannerlord stream tomorrow. That is very exciting. Again, if you have not tuned into his Bannerlord streams, I don't know if you have, Lachlan.
I haven't, but I've heard good things.
Oh, they are super interactive. You can literally play the game alongside Harry.
Can't believe that's a thing. It's
kind of
so cool.
ridiculous.
So definitely check that.
You can play against them even if you wanted. That's the best part. Again,
Choose your own
Mitch.
adventure.
Mitch there every day. Tuesday, we got Turbo Tuesday as well. I just realized I have plans. So stay tuned for Harry playing Turbo Tuesday.
I feel like we should just take you off that little Turbo Tuesday.
Yeah, it's more of like a special.
Maybe an
guest once a
asterisk, which
month.
just says down the bottom, Brad may join.
Yeah, it's very consistent. Wednesday, just some more Mitch. Thursday, Mitch again, but potentially the start of the Stone Block series.
Oh, really? That's starting this week.
I mean, according
It's
to
on the schedule.
yeah.
It has to be.
It's been on Wednesdays for a while,
been
but the
a
fact
hot
that it's
minute.
moved off Wednesdays and it's confirmed, and there's no question mark around it. So stay tuned for the very anticipated Thursday, 7 p.m. Stone Block.
Well, I'm excited.
Brad is a prince in that game. Turbo
Yeah,
Tuesday.
is that-
or
is
the horror
Bannerlord?
game. Or Bannerlord. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. I
You
have
forgot
not,
about your princehood?
I have not been on a
that
Bannerlord
thing?
stream in a long time. But the very first time I joined, my character was a prince.
Damn.
So it is crazy to
So
think
now
that
you
there
are
is
in the
still
world as a prince.
Who'll be
nice.
streaming the Stone Block? I'm pretty sure
It's law.
that will absolutely be Harry and Cam at the very least. I know you were talking about maybe hopping on for it, so
I was
maybe
hoping
Lachlan
to,
is
yeah.
there. We'll see how the
I've
timing
still
works
got
out.
volleyball at the moment, but
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
fingers crossed it finishes up.
And I think maybe Adam might be joining, but I could also be talking at my duty, so you just have to tune in on 7 o'clock on Thursday to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, as always, we've got Mitch stream. Friday, Adam is coming back again, another 8 p.m. stream, playing whatever he plays best. He's actually been playing a lot of remastered old school games like Spyro, and more recently I saw he played the Ratchet and Clank remastered game.
He is playing some of my favorite games and
They
all
still
the
look
series
so
that I
good.
love.
Oh god, they're
And
still
yet I
so pretty.
don't think I've tuned into one stream. I'm such a bad friend. There's so much good content coming out of Adam, so definitely tune in. Don't be like me. Don't be
Yeah.
a Lachlan.
And of course, Mitch every day. And Saturday, well, wouldn't you know it, let's round off the week with just a little bit more Mitch. Get Mitch into you every day.
Every day.
At
Wake
any
up.
time.
It's like cereal. You're just going to have it in the morning, at night, during the day.
Whenever. Most likely you will tune in and he will be there. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Oh, there we're
Whoopsie-daisy.
flipping around.
We've flipped the flip. And there we go. Got
Oh.
the ads up there.
Oh.
And we're back.
And were we gone?
From NRL, of course.
Yeah, it's true.
We're now back
All right,
to
we're
Storm
back.
v Raiders. Now, this game in particular was very stressful from the start because we were ranked down a couple ladders low. Storm, not to mention, just a week or two before they got dropped down to 5. Like they were, up to 2 and 3. So it was just a couple weeks they dropped down, but they still looked like a very scary team.
Yeah.
And it was, of course, in the Melbourne home grounds. And my dad very much had the attitude of, well.
If it happens, it happens.
It happens. We made it this far. Who cares? But you got to give a bit of faith in your boys. Show a little bit of hope. Do a couple of prayers.
Yeah.
And this Mitch guy absolutely does not need to calm down. He needs to
No.
keep on streaming every day for the next.
September, more like forever. Sorry.
Let's actually see how long the streak could go for. That could be a Guinness World Record type of thing.
Isn't that like Ludwig or whatever? He did it for like nearly 2 years.
Oh,
Or like a whole year or something. It's
Really?
something crazy. And that's why he's like one of the top
Oh my
creators.
god, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But like, I don't think he ever really stopped the stream or something. I can't remember whether he slept on stream too.
Ooh, some sleep.
Maybe it
stream.
wasn't quite that bad, but it was
That takes
it
a
was
lot of guts.
close. It was like 12-hour streams minimum.
That's
kinda deal,
insane.
from memory at least.
I would not be trusted with a night stream. That is too embarrassing. I feel like I do lots of
You
things.
did it for a month. Okay, that sounds better. But still, was that like
Jesus.
constant?
a constant stream for a month. I mean, that's
Noah's clearly a big Ludwig fan. I'm just surprised I remembered his name.
I've seen
That
him
guy, you know that one?
Yep. He's been in a lot of Among Us videos for me. He didn't stop his stream
That is
for a month.
mental. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
That's how you build an audience.
That might as well. That's worse than just doing it for a whole year every day.
yeah.
Having
sure.
to have your stream going for a whole month, I would go mental. Anyway, back to NRL.
Back to NRL. I'm just going
Thank
to
you,
start
Noah.
the highlights. There are some key moments in these highlights that I cannot wait for you to see. Some of the tries we scored. You will see what I mean. There's a certain try where God wanted us to get this try. There is no way we got this try without some form of divine
Straight out of the
intervention.
Bible.
There was no play. There was no mark. It just happened, and we all celebrated.
Amazing.
NRL Finals Week 1, Storm v Raiders.
Bloody good kick that.
Oh, it was
It's a shame it didn't help him.
Did not help them in the slightest. Oh, every time Puppet charges into someone, it's
yes,
always
you just-
beautiful.
Yeah. So much faith.
Also, just wait until you see. You'll know who I'm talking about. There's one Storms player in particular. Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
there he
Run
is.
from Joey past to Jack White, offload to McCall, misses past to Savage, gives it back. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
to
that
Cont, running
little step. Oh,
inside of Munster, dive down to people on him, and doesn't matter. He's put the ball down.
that did not look like he put it down.
I know. I was very.
Did that go to the bunker?
Yeah, I think they did. They weren't
What is
100%
this
sure.
pass, man? How did
Just-
that still end up landing into a Raiders' hand?
Yeah, bumped off of I think Fogarty.
Also,
over
this is
Savage.
hilarious. They literally just had a bar fight, and then he still got the ball through.
Side. Bloody Munster, sit down Munster. I don't care how good you are. We got Joey Dabney. He was incredible. This run from look at the face of
Oh, I
Jack
know.
White as he's going. It's like
Absolutely.
a shark.
Smashing it.
Savage with the catch, offload to Tamiko.
Yeah, I was
And
like,
then-
do you know all the names?
Roughly, but I
Basically.
worry I butcher some of them.
That's
Threw
alright.
Munster to the side and then just.
So he got it down first, because I saw that secondary motion. I was like, that is not his hand anymore.
Very close, but it was a beautiful way to start the game.
Yeah.
Then I think, unfortunately, Storm here. Again, Munster is just such a good playmaker.
Yeah.
No one was there. Chris couldn't get to him. He's fast as heck. Put the ball down.
See, this is where I was up to before I went off and watched the show. So from here, I have no idea.
That guy, Xavier Course or something like that, scored like 3 of their 4 shots.
Oh, really?
He was their savior.
Absolute playmaker. Well, savior, but
Something
something meant to be, Storm. That's right. At least you're at home. You can go to sleep in your own bed.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. At least you can go have a cry in your own room. Oh, you almost got him
It was a good
too.
try, that.
Yeah. That's right. That was Whitehead bursting through.
Yeah, look at
Beautiful
that. And what a
pirate.
beat too.
Oh, no, he's the captain for the team.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And he's been having some rough games recently, apparently. So it's been good
So
to
it's
see
nice
him.
to see him turning up in the finals.
Yep.
Very good.
Storm through. pun intended.
This is really nice forward play.
Storm through the
Come
storm.
on, some people are still icing their wounds.
It's got a sting because
Also,
we
not many conversions.
no, not yet. But I think at this point, Jamal Fogarty, our kicker,
He just ticked up.
that's the Titan there.
Whoa.
Here's an overlap.
Oh,
Wait a second. Oh, that's right. We're after this. Right, it's the start.
I was
of the
like, is
second
someone
half.
about to just kill him?
No.
Oh,
That's right. We got it, but he just if his arms were an inch
Yeah.
shorter, let me tell
Or like
you.
they did the wrap. They did the wrap
forgot
around,
the
but
arm,
nah.
forgot the arms. Just
Yeah.
too fast. No one was
Jeez.
there.
They're all there for each other. It was great.
And then watch the athleticism here.
Storm put up a
Captain
hell
spoke
of a
about
bloody
the
fight.
pregame. And
Which
look
was
at
what
the
makes
That is
our victory.
ridiculous. He was about 10
very
meters away
impressive.
when he was on the ground. He was
Yep.
slid. Was it raining?
It was like a little moist, I think. I think the air was windy. And there was some dew.
The air was windy, Brad.
Timoko in there. Fogarty as well.
The air does what air does best.
Oh, there it
That's
again.
right. Here's the fucking look at
Is
this.
this when your dad was throwing in the
Yes,
towel?
he was done because this giant got the ball and it was like no one's gonna. Don't even. People bounced off of it. Look, he makes.
Like, I know they all are, but
this guy.
it's like the mountain.
Yeah, as soon as he got the ball, it was
Oh
like,
my
just get
God.
out of the way. Look, he bounces off of him.
Everyone in the oh. just moved a half a step
You're not
too
going to
late.
stop
They
him.
all hesitate.
He's a Goliath.
That man could crush some eyes.
Yep, so we were a little sad. 20 to 16, we blew
Oh,
our
what
lead,
a-
but a beautiful kick is on the inside.
You
Munster.
hate to see that. This guy in the blonde hair,
Yes.
he's having a rough game.
Yeah,
That's two, not necessarily mistakes, but
No.
opportunities,
Yes,
I'd say.
he could have prevented. Like
He
could've-
just got, oh no, the bounce did.
Yeah.
That's a bit rough.
Yeah, true. And Hudson
You hate to
Young,
see it.
ready on the inside, ready for that jack kick. It was just beautifully played.
Oh.
I'm so proud of everyone. They put in such a good bloody effort. And specifically, screw you, Munster, alright?
Got
You
him.
and your wavy blonde goddamn frosted tip locks.
Beach boy looking at.
Beach boy with your fucking fuzzy golden retriever mustache. I swear to
I mean,
God.
it's a nice mustache.
It is.
You know,
That's the worst part is when he
Oh,
plays
what
incredible.
was that? He
Oh
just
yeah,
pulled his arm.
got his arm. Oh, I think this is the one.
Was that the one?
That was the one.
You are
Holy
kidding
Falcon.
me.
So it wasn't a forward pass.
Oh my
Because it
god.
bounced off his head.
You are joking. You are right. That is some higher power.
And we were 26-0 at that point. 6 minutes left. We knew they could still win it and take it from us.
Cannot believe this
So it
happened.
bounced off his head.
Even that like
Bounced-
second pass,
Yeah, it was
went
barely
to
a
his head.
pass.
It was like it was almost like a drop ball.
right on the noggin from Sebastian, Chris, and even the Storm Giant was smiling. He was like,
Yeah,
"You're
he was sort
joking."
of like, well done, but
Incredible.
surely he'd be pretty upset, right? He doesn't seem like, oh, well, what are you gonna do?
Who knows? Maybe at that point they were like, yeah, fuck it. chuck
I
in
guess
the
they were
towel.
already in front, at least. Like,
Yeah.
that would have been way more heartbreaking if
Yeah.
they weren't.
I can't remember what happens here. I think.
I'm trying to remember what your story had as the final score.
No, I think we just we almost
they just
tore.
took-
Oh, that's
oh
right.
my
in the last
God.
seconds we just stole it to
They
add
stripped the
insult to
ball
injury.
away.
We didn't even do a
You
final
are
play.
joking.
We were just like, give us the ball, bitch.
That's some basketball timeout shit just now.
80
Damn.
minutes. Incredible, boys. Away from
Now,
home.
that would have been a game to watch.
It was.
Yeah.
Dad was off of his seat. It was a marvel. It was a beautiful marvel,
Yeah.
Lachlan. People were screaming. I can't even imagine what the atmosphere would have been like for
Oh,
the
if you were
fans.
actually there.
Yes.
in the
Oh my
stadium.
God. The Raiders fans that could have sat there and fucking looked all smug the entire
Yeah,
time.
the away stands would have been absolutely going off.
Next week,
Yeah, I was going to say, when's the next game?
Parramatta Eagles?
Eagles?
The Parramatta Eagles. So they just had, because it was in terms of ladder wise, number 1 team versus number 4 team.
Air is windy, Brett 2022. I didn't believe that.
The air was
Well-
windy, because sometimes the air isn't windy. It's either windy or it's not windy.
Well, it's humid or it's not humid.
Yeah. No, well, yeah.
Same potato.
There's the one. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Something about that's right. So yeah, it's number 1 v number 4, Panthers versus Eels.
Yep.
Eels got their butts bloody clobbered. So I'm hoping
Were they fourth or first?
they were 4th.
Ah, okay.
Panthers were 1st. And And I'm hoping maybe that was demoralizing enough because the game before for Raiders, the game last week was against the Tigers, and we almost broke the record for amount of points scored.
I
in
did
the first,
see that
half.
scoreline. I can't say I watched any of the highlights or anything, but that would have been rough.
It was a slaughter. I won some serious goddamn
So
money
did my
on that
sister,
game.
actually.
I feel like I think I saw a few posts. Lots of people did because
All it takes is a really dodgy $2 bet, and
honestly,
people are
make
cashing out.
hundreds because we just knew it was going to be a slaughter. So you just make a bet that almost everyone on the Raiders team was going to score a try,
And that happened.
and they did. It was incredible. Manly Eels missed the finals. Wait, hold on a second. I thought it was
Eels.
Parrot.
No, he's just messing with you.
He's just Mitch. Mitch, what are you doing?
He's already confused enough, Mitch.
I'm confused on a daily goddamn basis. So yes, and so
Unless, am
apparently,
I wrong?
No,
Now I'm
it's
starting to
Manly.
second guess myself. It's
no,
working.
that's right because it's the Seagulls, but I always just called them.
Seagulls? Isn't it Sea Eagles?
That's no other way. Yeah, it's the Sea Eagles.
I would love for a Manly
That's what I call them
Seagulls,
the
though.
Seagulls.
That's amazing.
Manly Seagulls.
Yeah.
So Parramatta, hopefully they got crushed and aren't feeling too great, and we're feeling incredible after beating the Storm.
Yeah, you're on that
knows?
hype. Keep
Who
the
knows?
hype train
Make it
going.
happen.
Choo choo.
So anyway, I thought we need to celebrate. And the best thing I thought of, because I was like, I don't know how much Lachlan knows about the NRL. I don't want him to start learning some things. You know, what's a fun little game you can do without really knowing much about NRL teams in general?
Yeah.
So here's what I got.
Okay. All right.
Because basically, I don't know if you've noticed. I think you've been watching a few of the podcasts. We've been doing
Yeah, I have.
tier
Oh,
lists.
the tier list. Yeah.
So I thought we would do a tier list based on NRL clubs. And then I was thinking, what are we going to do? You know, I don't really want to do, favorites because, again, that sort of things,
Yeah.
you got to know it a little bit. I could do logos, but that seemed a little bit boring. And then I looked at all the names and I was like, all those names are things.
Yeah, things.
And Lachlan's a thing.
I am a thing.
So what do two things do when one thing comes in contact with another thing?
They combine.
Combine in a fist of blows as we are talking about who would win in a fight between
shit.
Lachlan and the team name.
Damn,
So
okay.
there are
I
a
got
bunch
you.
of different animals.
Are there any that
weather
would be beaten?
things. I think everything in there I could justify as a creature. I think
Okay.
some of them you could beat. I think some of them
I have no chance.
you have no chance.
Okay.
And some of
All right.
them I feel like we could debate about. Because maybe you could, maybe you
Well,
couldn't.
the debate lord. Let's go.
So that's what we're going to be doing for the next 10 minutes.
Very nice.
Starting-
Or 15 hours.
Or 15 hours. Tier lists have a habit of going for a while. So, number
All right.
one, Lachlan. Lachlan v. a Storm.
Well, look, that can be pretty broad. What kind of storm are we talking? 'Cause I think I have beaten storms in the past.
When have you beaten a Storm in the past?
Every time it is blizzardy as hell and I get down the mountain without breaking my back. Snowboarding is a win for that's a win in my books.
Interesting.
However, if you put me on a boat with a storm, I think that is the quickest way to get rid of me. For anyone who's looking for a way to kill Lachlan, that is the way.
Chuck a little storm
Yeah.
his way.
No matter how nice the boat is, I'll still manage to sink it.
Or better yet, say they somehow got a storm cloud and it was sitting there right next to Telstra Tower.
Oh,
And
no.
you were hovering around on a little platform and you had
Uh-huh.
nothing but your fisticuffs to use. Could you beat the shit out of that storm? What is a storm made out of? It's
See,
the cloud.
I'm seeing the lightning bolt. So, I don't think I could beat lightning.
Well,
But storm isn't necessarily a lightning.
exactly. Absolutely.
Why did we get the most tough one? The rest of them are like animals.
Kind of
Or
possible.
very clearly trained warriors.
Do you think, because I'll let you equip yourself with, almost anything that you'd want to equip yourself with. Is there anything you think you could use that would help you defeat a storm? Like for a second there, I'm thinking
lightning
a
rod?
lightning rod. But does that mean since you're holding it, you're just would you
Yeah,
use it
I
to-
guess that's just making sure they hit me.
absolutely.
Yeah, so maybe
hits
not that. But if I had them, I could place them around and then,
Exactly.
get a little king hit in as it strikes the conductor.
It could be like a flare almost, where like when a missile's about to hit a helicopter, they shoot out their flares. You see a lightning
Look,
bolt's about to hit you.
I'll be honest with you. Looking at the others, I don't think I could really beat many. So I'm going to say I can beat a storm. I'm pretty confident I've beaten a
At the
storm.
very least,
They got nothing on me.
I'm gonna say between a good or an average chance.
Good. Come on, dude.
You have a good
you don't
chance.
you don't have faith in me beating a storm? It's not even a thing.
All right, well, tell me
It's
hypothetically.
a construct.
What?
When is it drizzling versus when is it storming?
That's completely fair. Actually,
Yeah.
it's something we decide. I think I'm going to ask you to quickly just run me through what is your game plan for defeating each one. So, what are you doing to defeat this?
All right,
storm?
here's the thing. All right, storms as big as they can come,
Mm-hmm.
you can always get away.
True.
Drive around it, come up behind it, won't see it coming. I'll just like do a big old whoosh. I'll get like 50 wind farm propellers and
Yes,
just
and
blow
blow-
that shit out of the way.
Interesting. So,
Storm is a state of mind. I agree. And you know what? I got a strong state of mind, so they got nothing on me.
equipped with the right tools, Lachlan will outrun, tire out the storm, and attack it sneakily from behind.
As Brad said, the air is windy, but I'm going to be windier.
I love it. That's all I need. Incredible. Lachlan v. a knight.
All right. So a knight, we're talking like medieval times.
Yeah, we're talking medieval.
Or are we talking pre-medieval times, like the Knights of the Crusade? Like what kind of knight? There's lots of knights. I'm seeing a very like
traditional? Yeah.
medieval.
I'm going to give you, like a traditional, like the Black Knight sort of thing, like Monty Python level, the Black Knight in the forest. That's the knight you're up against. I'm not even going to give him a horse, just a knight and a long sword. And you can
Okay.
have what you want.
But am I growing up in that same era where I would have trained in the arts of the, or is it just me as I am now?
It is you exactly as you are now.
We're talking that one guy on the storm team.
The mounted for game. Yes, that guy with full plate armor and a long sword. How you doing?
I mean, well, I'll leave without eyeballs for a start, but yeah, I don't think my chances are very good. But if I had some like, because I've got some Scottish heritage.
Yeah,
If I was
sure.
trained by William Wallace,
Axe.
I reckon I've got a pretty good shot.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm not the biggest. I'm definitely not the strongest. If I was back in the day, I would be one of those like little finger characters who just tries to get ahead using nothing but
Word of mouth and
Spoilers.
rumors. Oh yeah,
I'm just ruining people's experience. I mean, it's been out for a
It's been out
very
forever,
long
and,
time. I think everyone, there's a spin-off now. We can talk about
If
it.
you haven't started, maybe don't
Has Mitch
start.
not started?
No, Mitch has absolutely
Okay, good,
got
good,
the
good.
whole thing.
I was like, I'm sure in another podcast he was in the tier list.
he was helping us out.
Yeah,
the
we've
most.
done a tier. I don't feel so.
Funnily enough, I think as much as I think there's a chance.
Do you think I've got a crap chance?
think
or
you've
do you think I
got-
got a below average?
Of how compared to a storm your odds are worse. I think it's seen showcased a couple of times that sometimes speed and dexterity can help. And I've seen you jump before. I think you could pull a bit of an Arya Stark and do a bit of a
I
leap
should have gone that angle.
and go for like a little dagger to the a dagger to the
Thank
neck
you.
or something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking we were in a battle of like you will always want me to lose.
No,
So I thought I had to come up.
up.
No, you're coming through with some
I'm
good.
rooting for you. Like for me, if I was versing a knight, I don't think I have that level of dexterity. I'm relying more on strength than dexterity.
which is tough if you're not trained.
Exactly. I'm not going to outstrength the knight, but in their armor, they're slow, they're
That's
sluggish.
true, yeah.
I think you got a chance.
Okay.
I think you have an average chance.
You know what? My ego has been boosted twofold.
a cowboy.
Crap. He's got a gun. I've never fired, nor have I held one.
Yep.
So
I-
unless, okay. Here's my angle.
What's
for
your
this
one
Brad.
scenario where you think you can beat them?
Now, ever since I was a kid, well, not really. It was when I was a little older, but still a kid.
Yep.
Nerf guns.
Nerf gun.
Now we would have these Nerf wars through the corridor. Like my childhood home was 90% corridor. We basically had kitchen, some bedrooms,
Yes,
but then
yes.
just the longest fuck off
Yes,
corridor. It looked like
lots
a
of-
bowling alley more than a house.
Yep, I know the one.
And so we'd be setting up, barriers, and then we've got like we don't even have the automatic ones. We got like the revolver kind of things where you're cocking it back each time. So
Oh shit! So you got some
it's,
experience.
I don't know. I reckon I could maybe just completely by chance aim it slightly in the right direction, and the recoil will get me there.
Well, the way I'm picturing these fights is I'm sort of giving them they're all getting their own home turf sort of fighting style.
So
you
it's
know.
still like high noon.
High noon sort of thing, back to back pace, turn, spin, fire sort of thing. So
No, that's all right, Harry. We're just ranking how I'd go fighting these people, like fighting the mascot, basically. Now that's another funny idea. It's not what we're doing, but if they were just the mascots who are at the field, this is something we could test. Can I fight the cowboy running around?
let's get you banned from every NRL arena by jumping in and fighting every mascot.
Yeah, that
no,
could be a fun video.
If you're just joining in now, we're ranking how we think Lachlan would do fighting the constructs of each team. So Lachlan v. a cowboy.
I'm currently came out of the saloon just after a whiskey shot,
Yep,
ready to mess this guy's day up.
Yep, and he paces, he turns, he goes to fire. I wish we had like a Nerf gun in here so I could just sort of test your
True.
aim in general.
Well, like the technique of pulling, because it's not just shooting,
True,
and hitting. It's like
the speed.
yeah.
Here, get those 2 markers over there. Give me one marker. Give yourself another marker. All right, here's what we're gonna do.
Choose your weapon.
Shorter but girthier, the way I like it.
Shorter but girthier.
Sorry for anyone that watching the listening to the podcast and not watching. We're about to do a bit of a visual take on how fast Lachlan's quick draw is.
What's that counter?
So I'm gonna go. So we're gonna turn around. I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1. Okay. On 1, we turn, we throw. If you get me, I'm putting you at good.
Oh shit! I thought we were going for average, below average.
If I'm get
happy.
you, you're getting below average.
Okay.
All right?
Oh, okay. Yep. High stakes. I like it.
Okay, cool. All right.
All right.
Get ready for the turn, everybody.
See, you've got the wheelie chair, so
All right, beautiful. I'm going to turn now. I'm going to yell my countdown. 3, 2, 1.
all right. Well, Brad's dead. Brad just gave me. If I caught that, I would have gone best. If I caught you, because it flew like here. I should have just gone.
Oh shit. Okay, so that's another thing. Is
Well, we know that Brad would be crap.
Yeah, I'm crap in all of these, but it's not just about dexterity and speed and aiming. It's about wits as well. Maybe you wait for your versee to throw their gun across the field.
Exactly. I didn't have to go fast. I just had to do it.
You got 2 guns.
I had to do the thing.
All right, just for that, I think you have a good chance to get a cowboy.
Oh, thanks, Brad.
Incredible.
This is much better already than I thought it would be.
You could beat a storm and a cowboy and maybe a knight, but a titan.
Okay.
Now,
Titan again is a broad term. I'm seeing very much like what's that? What's the one with the robot? Outer something rim?
Outer
Planet
Pacific Rim.
Pacific,
Oh, you're
yeah.
thinking of like the Jaeger. Oh, you're thinking of the monsters.
Oh, I don't know. I think the ones that are controlled by
Yeah,
humans.
the Jaegers.
Okay, well there you go. I haven't actually seen the movie. I've just seen the trailer.
Well, let's see what happens when we just Google what a titan is.
I could fuck up a planet.
Interesting.
I
Maybe.
could definitely fuck up a planet.
All right, well, let's not get ridiculous here. If it was a planet, you're dead. Let's go with Attack on Titan Titans.
Crap. I'd be terrified. So I'm a freezer. I've never actually been in a situation where I need like that fight, flight, or freeze. But I feel like I'm a freezer through and through. There's no way.
For sure. See the face of a Titan and how terrifying it is.
Yeah,
I think there is
I'd-
no chance.
nah.
Unfortunately, Titans, they beat you.
Rooster. Now I've been eyeing this one off. And I want to say I have the best chance, but it could be a ferocious rooster.
If we put Rooster below Storm, I said, I swear to God. But honestly, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can say that word actually on stream, but certain types of fights, hell.
What word?
Actually, what am I talking about? The shit we've talked about. On
Yeah,
here.
I was gonna say. I think we're fine with cockfight.
The cockfights that have been with roosters, they look pretty fucking
Have
vicious.
you watched one?
Not a real one, but in movies I've seen
Ah,
them.
let's
Granted,
see.
I think they've had like
Roosters
little
are
blades.
demons. Oh, if Mitch is scared, then I'm scared.
Yeah, for sure. Even just having chickens alone has been terrifying enough, let alone an
I feel like I
angry
want to
rooster.
throw this to the audience and get for them personally, because I know Mitch. I feel like if you are scared, then I should definitely be down at below average. Having never grown up on a farm or
yes,
anything, like I just
absolutely
don't even know
Do
how
you
to
think
tame. Is
you
it like
could
a
do it?
chicken? Could I pick it up and then like put it to sleep?
Well, if it's already in an aggressive state and it's going for the kill, I don't think you're grabbing it. I think you are doing something to kill. We're also in the middle of the ad break. I completely missed it. Oh no, we are at the end of the ad break. Hey, if you just
Oh, were we all through an ad break?
that was all an ad
Oh,
break
no.
like the past minute.
That's all right.
If you're
I
just
think-
getting back,
I don't think they missed anything. I can't beat a Titan.
We're
We looked up an Attack on Titan and I yeah.
not a chance. But a rooster is really causing a lot of debate.
I've got two no's in the chat.
Noah and Mitch think you do not stand.
But it's also a
It's the
rooster.
rooster.
It could be a young rooster. Maybe it doesn't have like the years of training. 2 seconds.
See, that's the thing is they're so
Right.
sharp and so quick that they'll just go for a neck or a jug, something in one of your tendons and
So I will be terrified and bleeding out, but surely it gets its little foot stuck.
true.
I can still kill it
You can
before
probably take it with
before I
you.
bleed out. I reckon I could kill it. So I think I've got a good chance of winning, but a 100% chance of dying.
So I think that bangs you in the middle with an
Average.
an average.
I guess you can't say anything better than that if you're also dead.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a 50-50.
What the fuck is this next one? Do I have to fight the bank?
That's a dragon. How are you doing against the dragon, Lachlan?
I mean, I've been training my entire life rolling dice. Can I fight it with dice, or
learned
do I
their
have to actually
weakness.
pull out some?
I'll give you like a sword and
to the
axe. Oh yeah, we should actually bring just a. We'll just see how you go.
What, do I have to kill
catching a chicken, and then we'll see how you
I
go.
think I'm gonna
fighting.
work from home.
Fighting a dragon.
I don't even have an angle for this one.
Picturing a scenario where you win, maybe
What if
negotiate.
There's a baby dragon.
Maybe a baby wagon, but even do you have gold? Could you distract it? You got any gold saved
Oh
up?
yeah, actually no. If we're talking like D&D dragon,
Yeah,
I reckon I
yeah.
could, try to deceive and use my charisma more than my strength because the strength is low. If I had a chance of like getting an angle on them and it wasn't just they're already breathing fire, like if we're talking like the Hobbit kind of dragon, like,
Yeah, you've walked in and it's just taken a nap.
he's not really being convinced. He's already in a state of I'm gonna burn you down. Have you seen that How to Train Your Dragon instructional video?
I have not, no.
Look, I think maybe average, more likely below average.
So tell me your final plan, and that'll dictate between average, below average,
Final
and crap.
plan. Yeah, if I could, surely I just rob somewhere,
You rob somewhere,
and
yeah.
instead of just walking in empty-handed, go, look, I really want to worship you. I have all these goodies. I'm like, you got to gather around. I can't take it out. It's very light sensitive. You're gonna lose the shine, the colors. They're gonna fade instantly. So get in here, get in nice and close right now. All right, come on, mate. And then I pull out the sword of dragon slaying. Head straight off.
Incredible. You know what? Well, since this is dragons, and we're talking about doing it in a D&D sense state.
Oh no. Oh no.
Where's your D20, Harry?
There should be. I could roll a D100.
Yeah, D20.
All right, so are we splitting it up into 4s or something?
We will say 5 and below. You fail utterly. Crap, you die
You know,
on your own
4
sword.
goes 5 times into 20, so we could just have it be that.
But we've got 3 choices.
Oh,
Average, below average.
You're not
and
even
crap.
giving me a natural 20 for a best.
Yeah, actually, yeah, sure, why not? Natural
Convince the knight to fight for you, or the rooster.
Yeah, natural 20. You convince all of these people on your side, and you actually end up in best.
All right. Otherwise, we're just in the
Crap, below average, or
Okay.
average.
So 5 below is crap.
Yep. 10 below.
Below average.
15 below.
Mm-hmm.
20 below.
Oh, so I do have an opportunity for good.
Fuck it. And then best is 20.
All right, come on now.
It's a dragon.
Come
It's
on.
the only way we know how to fight dragons.
It's a 9.
It's a 9. Sounds
Look,
about right.
I'll take below average.
It makes sense. Hey, look, it's not that bad.
I just think I'm going to pull that sword and then not even get through the scales.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Sharks.
Oh, I'll just give it a little punch, eh?
Just
I'm
punch the
definitely getting
shark.
injured. Is it just a shark out in the water and it mistakes me for food?
Yeah, yeah.
Or is it like a shark that I have had this rivalry since I was a kid? Like I hurt him emotionally and now he's like coming for me.
It's a shark that's a little bit hungry and, it's been loitering around your favorite beach for too long. And one day you go to the beach and you're rolling up your sleeves as you walk out into the water and you're
Do
like,
I have
I'm sick
sleeves
of it.
on?
I'm done. Yeah, you're rolling up your sleeves and then you do a dive and then it's you be the shark on the edge of the beach.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm dead.
So dead.
Like I think I could, if it's just a normal shark, I could probably scare it enough. Maybe.
Say you have a knife.
Oh, if I had a knife, I reckon I'm good.
You reckon you're good?
I reckon I'm good.
Interesting.
I have actually a little bit of faith in me. I don't know why.
Are you a good
I
swimmer?
feel like I shouldn't. Yeah, I'm a good swimmer.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. You do have very powerful legs. I could see you. If you can swim
thank
as
you.
hard as you can jump, then I can picture you
Yeah.
getting a decent
Yeah, like I
dodge
did, I
out
did
of the way.
swimming since I was a kid, and I did squad and used to go to like ACT
Yeah.
comps and stuff.
I'm thinking maybe an average, but maybe even a
Yeah.
good.
It's definitely like I wouldn't go any lower than average. I
for
feel like I have
sure.
an average chance of maybe let's go average. I think out of
A
like
nice middle
other
ground.
people, I have an average chance of killing a shark
Yes,
and it not killing me.
for sure. I think knights, roosters, sharks, all the same territory of you having the chance of. It's all just basically, can you both outsmart it, and are you quick enough to do a quick jump stab?
Yeah. Put it this way, out of the things like around an ocean trip, going to the beach, I'm not so stressed about that S as in shark. I'm more scared about sunburn. So if there was a sun on here, I'd be crap. But I think shark's average.
That's when we'll do the NBA tier list, and when
NBA
you go against the Phoenix Suns, straight to the crap.
Yeah, yeah. Is
Suns
there something lower than
take
that?
us out.
Cool.
Sea eagles,
Uh-huh.
the classic eagles.
I don't know why, but I'm more scared of the rooster. So I think it's got to be above the rooster.
yeah.
Maybe this is my best chance. Although the next one after might be
I
the
think
one.
that's the number one for sure.
But I'm feeling good about a sea eagle. What's their attack? Is it just their talons?
Like a dive with the talons for sure.
I just don't think they train underground, so like they're probably not going to get the jugular the first time, and I just pick it out of the
You
sky a
just
little
got to
bit.
grab it. Roosters, it feels like they're more trained for land combat.
Yeah. Like I'm imagining that I at least know that I'm about to fight these things. Maybe not the shark. That feels like it's just wrong place, wrong
Take a
time.
jump, yeah.
But I think if I knew I was fighting a sea eagle, I'd bring one of those little dumb hat things that they put on falcons where they can't see. I just put that on.
Fight it blind.
Yeah, no, I think this might be one of my best shots.
It does have a decent advantage with flight, but it
does.
has to come down at some point
Well, that's
to
it.
grab
It can
you.
fly around, but it's not killing me.
So it's just purely reaction time at that point. And you quickly just go, boom,
CS training,
grab
boy.
it in the neck. You know what? I think you're good. I think you have a
But
good
you put
chance.
me in good.
I saw an eagle rip the head clean off a rabbit.
All
once.
right,
If-
fair enough.
So we just go-
All right, I'm pretty happy with good.
I think you do have a good chance, especially if you've got like a knife and it's literally just sharp against sharp. Again, I feel like I'm probably underestimating the size of it. Well, let's see the size of a sea eagle.
Sea eagle. I feel like they're not massive. It's not like the biggest kind of eagle, is it? Oh, okay. It's like a meter.
Its
We
talent.
might have to revisit that one.
Talent is the size of your throat.
Okay, all right. If a rooster, yeah, I'm putting myself in average, maybe even below average.
Yeah, I guess.
Is it just a 1 meter long dragon in the end?
A tiny little dragon. So you have a slightly better chance than a
Okay.
dragon only because of its size.
Damn,
But it's
literally
still just
coming
as
through with
sharp.
that. I was just about to lock in good. How dare you?
I'm the nice little angel thing that, yeah, you can fucking do it. He's the one like, no, you will
Like,
die.
no. I
Please.
actually know what these look like.
Trying to save your life here.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Rabbitohs. Rabbit.
Go on, come on.
Is there anything we think a rabbit
It's the
could
only
do
thing
against
on
you?
here that I didn't technically kill, but it died under my watch.
Oh, shit.
'Cause I used to have a rabbit.
He's already done.
And if that rabbit is as neurotic as the one I owned, it's got not a fucking
Look,
chance.
I don't think anything else is really going in best, so
No,
we may as well.
You can give me that one.
We'll give you the rabbit.
but- all right. You say that.
An
But a
eel.
fucking eel?
Hey, look, I know a
You
certain.
reckon an eel can get the best of me?
I know a certain dwarf.
It's not a lightning eel, though, is it?
Aren't all eels lightning eels? Is that not a thing? That feels like a dumb thing. Movies have taught
electric
me.
eels are a thing, but I don't think the Parramatta eels are the Parramatta electric eels.
Are there
All eels?
Are there non-electric eels? Actually, that's another question. How do electric eels, true eels, how do electric eels work underwater? Because if they zap, doesn't that zap the water as well? And then
Yeah, that's kind of the point, I think.
But-
Like, I'm fairly sure they sort of put out a basic like pulse when they're close to fish. I could be completely wrong. I'm definitely talking, as you said, out of my patootie. But that's my understanding of how it goes.
true eel is a fish belonging to the blah 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 blah
Why are
blah
you
blah
reading
blah
about a
blah
true
blah,
eel?
because apparently there's true eels and there's electric eels. I
Okay.
thought every eel. So I guess the sense that every electric eel is an eel, but not every eel is an electric eel.
I could have told you that. And I know nothing about eels.
I just assumed they were all zippy zappy.
Absolutely not. So
So-
we're talking like strangulation, like a snake.
Oh, then yeah, I'm feeling pretty. Like
Yeah.
I feel like you might get a little fucked up for
Maybe.
sure.
They do have like teeth and
They
stuff.
got some
but
probably some sharp teeth.
I think I could get a hold of it. And again, I'm
Yeah.
a good swimmer, so
Yeah.
it's not like I would be floundering. I'd actually be able to sort of, yeah, I know it's spooky every time.
I think worst case scenario, it locks onto your hand, but then you just
But then I got another hand. you
grab
know?
it and just
Yeah.
rip it.
I'd probably be wounded, but I'm feeling pretty good about that one.
Yeah, nice. All right, incredible.
Now this one,
A bulldog. Oh,
I'm a dog lover,
so it's, just
so it's gonna be a
personal grief.
tough one, regardless of where I place this.
Yeah,
Because I'd be a little sad if the way I went out was by bulldog,
it's possible.
but
Vicious. They're strong.
they're not very big, are they?
They're
How
not
big's- how
very
big is the? Because I feel like I see a lot of small bulldogs, like the kind of like toy bulldogs.
Yeah,
I'm not sure whether I've seen like a purebred bulldog. Oh no, they're fucked.
16 inches
Are
tall.
you kidding me? I'm gonna kick him
tiny-
over.
just absolutely.
He is
boot him.
rotund.
Wait, I should know
He'll
bulldogs.
get
for
stuck
this.
like a turtle. No, let's put that in best. I'll get a chomp. I'll probably get a bite.
It's yeah.
Ever seen a dog in a movie when it attacks and it's just sort of like flailing on a limb and then they get rocked?
Yeah, you just throw
Throw
them.
them. Now I'm prepared. Get something out. I
wonder
reckon.
what makes these two, like eels and bulldogs, so different to roosters and
Well,
eagles.
Eagles, it was that photo you brought up. Because I
huge
got the
size.
fear of God in me. Roosters, I think that's honestly Mitch.
The aggression
Mitch
as well.
really convinced me that I should be scared of roosters.
One day we should actually, put this to the test.
All right, when you say that,
I want to get a rabbit. I want to get an eel. I want to get a bulldog. I want to hit you with some lightning. I want to
gonna
shoot you with
give
the
me a
revolver. I want to dress up as a knight. I want to set a rooster on you. I want to throw you at a shark. I want to stick an eagle on you. I don't know what I'm going to do with the dragon on Titan, but I doubt you're going to live long
this
enough.
is the eagle with a dragon costume.
Maybe we might already lose you at the good category.
I see. I already know what to answer with this one. Put me in crap.
Warrior, a
I am
series
not
of
gonna
warriors.
kill a Maori warrior.
No.
It's just not happening.
No amount of speed can
Yeah.
outrun, because they have, I think, the best of both worlds. Like knights can be slow, they can be sluggish.
Yeah.
But
Agreed.
not a Maori
Knights are
warrior.
trained in a more like, I don't know. I just feel like they're gonna at least give me a chance to stand if they knock me down.
For sure, but
Warriors, why let me get up?
they'll be
What's
done and
the point?
dusted. No one on there. Now we got some big
Very
old
formidable.
kitties. We got
Little
tigers.
kitties.
Lachlan the
Was there a tiger in a movie that I saw as like a kid?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Is it like the Jungle Book or some
Tiger.
shit? Was the tiger nice? in that?
Yeah. No, the tiger was
Oh,
the bad
you know what
guy
I'm
for
thinking
sure.
of,
The
and
puma
I
was
should
the
save
guy.
it for the next one. It's the Tarzan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe I could do some Tarzan shit. I don't think I can do that with a tiger. I think a tiger's got me.
He's a bit
It's the
stronger.
claws more than the
For
mouth.
sure, the claws, just the overall strength. It's like a rooster, but it weighs
Yeah.
as much as a
And
car.
they're just so fast. Like, and they can climb
Yeah,
trees
climb
so
trees, you can't
quickly.
hide.
It's crazy.
You're probably not outsmarting it.
No, I think that's a dumpster.
Is that-
Like the odds on that are very rough for me.
I love the only reason you have a stronger chance with a dragon is because of the charisma aspect you threw out.
I wouldn't even say that I'm that charismatic. I'm probably just gonna insult them by accident. What great scales you have. How dare you? You calling me fat?
This is an incredible tier list. Okay, a panther.
Okay, can I do some Tarzan shit? Am I running around? Have I grown up in the jungle? I guess
You
we're
haven't
not
grown
doing
up
that.
in the jungle, so
I've grown
you
up in
can
Canberra.
fight in the jungle. Do you think you can outrun a panther for long enough
why
to
am I
get
running?
Oh, how else are you gonna get tangled up in the vines?
Oh, you're right. Okay, it's been a while since I watched Tarzan. I just remember he won.
I'm pretty sure he did some ducking and weaving around a tree
Yeah.
and got them all
It probably
caught up.
Swung on vines.
I mean, the fact that you had the inspiration, that gives you
Yeah.
an idea.
I feel like I go in feeling not confident, but like I have a chance.
A little
and
more
that could
confident than
help.
the
It's a
tiger?
mental game. you know?
Exactly. A bit
So
more
maybe
of a
below
mental game.
average. Yeah. 'Cause it's still a panther.
It's-
So let's not get too carried away.
Hopefully, we can actually make some form
Mm.
of simulation.
Yeah.
Because of course we can't actually make you fight these things. We would kill you.
Mhm.
But I still really want to see you try and fight like a cowboy or something.
The cowboy would be the most fun.
We'll find a way. Raiders, Vikings.
All right.
Well,
I only really have one thing I can say about this,
Uh-huh.
and that is
Mm-hmm.
that the fight is a win or a loss, right?
Traditionally,
There's no in between.
usually, yeah, for sure.
And now I'm fairly sure the Raiders haven't won in a very long time. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I'm fairly sure they haven't won.
I mean, we won last night.
Yeah, but that's like saying, he got an axe swing at me.
Yeah, he won the first.
He never
battle.
really
He
quite got
didn't win
the
whole thing.
beheading.
All right. Well, I mean, we got teams that have won. I haven't seen the Tigers do it.
I'm
No.
only saying this because a Viking would,
There's
in the same
no
vein as a
chance.
Maori warrior, it would just absolutely tear me to
Interesting.
shreds. So
Maybe some form of an outsmarting sort of scenario,
maybe.
like Vikings from a much older time. Maybe
below average. Noah's in my corner.
Noah's giving you.
I was
going
gonna say crap, but I think we're gonna take Noah's advice.
Like I'm thinking maybe like some gold. No, because you're gonna be like, here, take the shiny thing, and then they're just gonna kill you, and then take the shiny thing.
Maybe.
Give me the argument why.
I already
You've
gave you
been-
my argument.
you've been
Brad. That's all I got.
Oh, the Raiders. I think we're chucking you down with crap. Unfortunately,
Wow.
even Noah had a little second thing.
Okay, what if I took his little helmet off?
And that probably make
Well, I
him more mad.
Well, yeah, but no, he's disgraced himself. Everyone's seen his bald patch.
Interesting.
The social killing of this Viking, as every person in his little clan now knows he's balding.
Yep. Okay. I'm trying to debate whether that's enough to bump you from crap to below
I'm
average.
surprised it got up to that stage.
You're actually thinking about
No,
it.
why would you turn on me like this?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're going
All
to
right,
crap,
in the
homie.
crap. Okay.
Last but not least,
Bucking Bronco.
Broncos. How are you doing?
For the horse.
Below average for the horse. Horses be mighty
Are
powerful.
you telling me I have a better chance against a cowboy than his horse? Is the cowboy gonna, like, you know, be bleeding out and just has one last moment with the horse? The eyes go red. It just charges me.
I picture like that horse from Tangled.
kick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
but
course.
here's the thing, though. You can only kick if I'm behind.
Exactly.
And
The horse-
I'm decently fast. I feel like I can run faster than it can do a little pivot.
Sure,
I
for
just
sure.
got 4 legs to worry about. I only got 2.
So then
I
what
also
is-
still have the gun from the cowboy fight.
True. So you've knocked out the cowboy. His horse is coming for a vengeance. You
Yeah.
roll over. You pick up the gun. Think you stand a chance. Horse is very fast though, and
Yeah, and it is a wild horse too. So it actually, the cowboy situation wouldn't be quite right.
super applicable.
Yeah.
Is it? Do horses ram people? Like, can they headbutt you?
I think so. I don't think that's their main sort of way to attack something though.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I feel like that might be like just an angry horse
I feel-
doing an angry horse thing, but not
Yeah.
necessarily out to kill.
Yeah.
I feel like it's definitely like I need to be on the
An
ground getting
aggressor.
trod on, which could happen if I got bucked. But I think I could outsmart a horse.
Well, I think since we haven't given you, I feel like you would have done a lot better if you had a gun in lots of other scenarios. I think you stand a much better chance against a rooster
Yeah, if I had a gun
and a
Yeah.
knight
Okay. So
and a shark.
well, like bare hands, I got no chance against any of this. So I need
No.
like some kind
At
of
the
like,
very least,
sharp
a knife
thing
or
yes.
a sword.
I think with a knife and a little bit of bruising, both to
think
my
you-
ego and to my body,
I think you
I
stand a
could
decent
kill
chance.
a bronco.
I'm choosing between average and good personally between me.
Yeah,
Very strong.
I feel like I'm up
But
there
very
with the cowboy.
slow.
I can't get past the fact that I could kill a cowboy
But
and
you
not
can't
his
take it
horse.
as horse. That makes perfect sense. So I guess we'll chuck him up there. You have a good chance. Wow.
All right,
This is the final list.
damn.
Upon review,
Much better than I expected, honestly. The fact that the dragon is, again, not in crap, I'll take that as that's amazing.
so you have a pretty great chance of killing a rabbit, an eel, and a bulldog.
Well, you put it that way, it's not so impressive, is it?
You have a good chance at killing a storm. It's the one I'm least sure about.
Again, it was the first one. It was the most rough to try and wrap your head around the concept of a storm.
I would love to, after seeing this, give it to like Noah or Mitch or Harry or whoever's watching, and then let them just do their honest opinions, and then just see how much this list just dramatically falls to no, you're maybe killing a rabbit,
Absolutely not.
and that's about it.
Look, this could probably get edited down to maybe like Noah said, the rabbit.
Yep.
Yeah, that could be the only one
And
left.
if you're
but,
lucky, the eel. Everything else
I mean, look,
is death.
in reality, it'd all be a bit of fun. Minus the dead animals and dead Lachlan.
Yeah, true. An average chance against knights,
Mm.
roosters, sharks, and seagulls. Roosters really making it to smack bang middle
Yeah,
of the
man.
list
Roosters are
is
vicious.
the most crazy
They're a
part.
scary, scary thing.
Below average, you have a very below average chance at dragons and panthers.
Yeah.
Wow, that makes somewhat sense. I'm
Yeah.
again trying to remember the reasoning for the panthers.
I think it was something about Tarzan, so I don't know.
You
I was
had
getting desperate at that
inspiration.
point. There was a run of like tiger warriors, like dragon.
crap.
Yeah, I was just like, nah, I gotta get something above crap.
And you do not stand a chance against titans, warriors, tigers.
Yeah, I'm very happy to lock that in, Eddie. Please don't set me up with a fight with an attack on Titan.
Oh, what a list. Well, Lachlan, it's nice to know that I don't ever have to worry about you going down to a lot of things, because the bottom half of the list, I think, are things you're more likely to encounter a rabbit, an
Yeah.
eel, a bulldog, a storm, then you are to encounter a titan,
You're right. I
a
am more
warrior,
likely to
a
encounter a
tiger,
storm than a tiger.
a dragon, all that stuff. So it's nice to know you can fight what matters, and you can't fight mythological beasts or wild kings of the jungle.
Yep.
I'm fine with that, Lachlan.
Yeah.
I don't have to
Look,
worry too
I'm
much.
I'm very happy with how this turned out.
Wow, I think
What a tier
we're
list.
coming towards the end
also
of
coming up
this
towards an
beautiful
ad.
podcast. We're coming close to an ad. I don't think time-wise I'll be able to do another half an hour, but
True.
I do really want to do this Lizzie segment. So I
Oh,
think
no.
after the break, we'll quickly run through it. It might not go for the entire thing, but there's some. I'll quickly explain the premise of the game I'm about to put you through. So it's
Okay,
not
all
just
right.
Lizzie trivia, because I thought that was just a little bit, too
Yeah,
hard.
I can't say I would have done well.
I don't know. I assume you don't know too much about the Queen. You
No.
don't talk about her nearly enough. So what I've done is I've Googled a bunch of fun facts about the Queen, things that you'd be a little surprised to find out. Oh, the Queen does that. Interesting.
okay.
And then I've thought of somewhat equivalent fun facts that are on the same level of craziness. And it's a this or that sort of scenario. You got to tell me which one is the actual fact about the Queen,
Oh,
or which one is the fact that I made up
I
about
like
the
it.
Queen.
I like it.
And the thing is, I just went based off of this list on what the Queen does. So my made up fact, she could absolutely do that.
Mm.
And if you know for a fact that she does do that, please correct me, because I'd be very curious if she does any of the things I thought up.
Okay.
I tried to make it so they're somewhat like you could actually genuinely
Good.
believe
Maybe see.
she could do
Are,
that.
are we talking just young Lizzie or old Lizzie?
Throughout the ages, I've got some young Lizzie, I've got some old Lizzie,
Damn.
I got
Got some
Lizzie,
Lizzie
at her
McGuire.
wildest, Lizzie McGuire, Lizzie. Can't think of any other Lizzies. You'd think there'd be more. It's a very popular name.
That's true. That's true.
And some things I was genuinely surprised to find out about her.
Okay.
It's very interesting because if I'm surprised about the things that are like public domain facts about
Yeah.
Lizzie, then what
I did
other
see a
things am I
very
surprised?
interesting thing online this morning. I don't know why it popped up, but it was about her corgis. Like
Yes.
you know about the Queen's corgis, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like everyone kind of knows that.
Of course,
Apparently in 2015, which seems like you're probably leaving it a bit late, clearly.
yeah.
But she stopped breeding them or something
Oh, she was
because
having
she
her
didn't
last
want
one.
them to outlive her. So, like, I'm not entirely sure. Was she like 97 or something?
Yes,
And 2015 is literally 7 years ago. So 7 years ago, she was like, "Yeah, I'm 90. Okay, I'm probably not gonna." But like, dogs live for 15, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
20 would be the absolute max that I know
sure.
of. But like, probably not for a corgi.
I wonder if they.
I was like, "You're leaving it a bit late for that kind of afterthought, aren't you?
You
Because
think
you have
it-
like 20 dogs." You telling me one of those don't survive?
That's very interesting because one of these questions is about the corgis.
Oh, don't tell me it's their names.
Can you name
Oh,
all
Wilson.
corgis?
Bloody Wilson.
No, not at all. But I think you reading that might give you a nice little advantage on that.
There you go.
The Queen and her corgis.
Mm,
What a goddamn idol!
I know, right?
I really wonder what it is,
Corgis are an interesting breed.
especially since after a
They
while,
come with the thickness.
I don't know if they've like if it's when it stopped being a corgi or if she's gone back to corgis. But for a hot minute there, she made dorgies. I don't know if you've heard of the
What the
dorgies.
fuck is a doggy?
It's a corgi cross
Dachshund?
dachshund. Yes, that's
Really?
the one. Yep.
So extra long corgi.
extra long. In fact,
extra
let's see if-
tall.
Before we go
dachshund.
out on the ad break,
Yeah,
let's
we're
see.
close. We got 20 seconds.
Dorgies.
Oh god. What?
There we go. Yeah.
What is it
little
doesn't
curse?
look, it's like taking the worst of both. I feel like
Kind
they're
of,
both
really?
very cute dogs.
On their own. And
We
now
should have done this in the ad break. This is not how people subscribe.
what have they done to you, Frankie? You poor little fella.
Damn.
Interesting. See you after the ad break. So yes, there is.
Man, they are. It's not nice.
No, I don't know.
Oh,
why.
I can see the inner majesty. Is that what that says? What does that mean?
Which one? Where?
Her inner majesty.
Oh yes,
What the fuck does that
Vanity
mean? That's so
Fair.
cryptic.
the
It sounds bad.
the majesty behind the
Did
outer
she get
majesty.
slandered by Vanity Fair?
I feel like no one's dared slander the Queen in like a
have you seen some of these memes?
While
Actually,
she was alive.
I remembered where I saw that.
Yeah.
The fact about 2015, her being like, probably no more dogs.
Yeah.
It was then underneath an edit of the Star Wars third episode, like one of the final scenes where Anakin walks into the Jedis, like the young Jedis.
Yeah, the young
With
one.
the lightsaber turning on, and
Oh,
it's all the corgis.
Oh no! Oh, that's awful. The corgi.
I lost my shit.
And it's just
So when you say that nobody's slandering the Queen, they're also telling her that she's Anakin now.
oh, God. It's just Charles walking in now that the Queen's gone and is like, there's no
dude.
reason for you guys to be here.
I didn't even think about it being
Just, she was hoping the corgis would
Yeah.
drop before she did, but
Oh,
unfortunately, man, can't believe we lost the Queen and Betty White in the same year.
Well, there's only one true Queen, and that was Betty White.
Yes, unfortunately,
Although,
completely.
yeah, I think like you said in a chat we're in, it was like, she was done
Well,
some
she is
pretty awful things.
Actually, what I
But hey.
said, I don't know if you remember exactly what I said. I completely made up, and I thought they were just going to say no, she didn't, and I was
no,
going to
she
be
absolutely
just like,
has.
yeah. But apparently,
yeah, yeah, no, she absolutely
makes
has.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
Betty White, not a pristine. I mean, at this point, I sort of find it hard to fully trust or love any sort of celebrity or famous figure. There's just
Because there's always going to be something
there's
that
gotta
they've
be
done.
something they've
Yeah.
done, and when
People are awful.
you got to sort of just know someone and know their goods and their strengths so that you can weigh that up with the shit they put into this world before you sort of really evaluate.
Yeah,
what
before they
you
got a
think of them
PR
as a
team, what did
person.
they do?
Exactly.
We lost Betty. Oh no, Mitch. Now this is the real spoiler. I'm so sorry.
You're not finding this.
This is not a good Sunday morning sort of news. Like I said, fuck the Queen. I was more sad about Betty.
White.
Yeah.
We started with news about Ukraine and we're ending revealing the death of Betty White. Yes, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But we're moving on.
But hey, let's do some funny.
More about the Queen.
it's trivia more than funny.
If you missed before the ad break, before we're about to sign off for the show, I'm going to hit Lachlan, and then we're going to end the show.
Okay, I've already fought a dragon today. Come on.
The team break. Oh, we did it next year. We're going to see how you rank up against the Dolphins. And if you can beat
I
a
think that's
shark,
like below
you
average.
probably beat a. I mean, who knows?
No,
honestly.
that'd be too cute.
True. So if you missed it really quickly, the game we're about to play before we sign off is I have a bunch of fun facts about Queen Lizzie. I have a bunch of fun facts that I made up personally about Queen Lizzie. I put them side by side, and we're going to test how well Lachlan knows the Queen and which one makes more sense for what should do. So there's not many, so it shouldn't be too long. There's 6 in total. So, Queen Elizabeth, did she never go to school, or has she never ate a mushroom?
You're telling me one of these things is
One of
real?
those is real. She has done one, but she has never done the other. Or maybe she's never done both. Again, these other fun facts I made up, I've got no
I'm
idea.
trying to think if mushrooms aren't like a traditional English thing. But they must be. It's so fucking damp.
Yeah, right.
You're telling me a mushroom didn't grow and when someone went, I can make that into a stew.
You think this is copyrighted, actually?
When did Jeopardy stop?
I don't know. I mean, look
When
at
did-
the square ratio.
Yeah.
40 years ago.
I feel like you're good on the 14 years ago one, but it's obviously the same theme. So I don't know.
I won't risk it.
You can just hum it
imagine.
at home.
Dude, when I say the question, I'm going to be like, dude.
All
Dude.
right, I gotta answer this. I'm
What did
really
you never
not
do?
sure, but I think
Never went to school or never ate a mushroom.
never went to school could be a technicality where she was homeschooled.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final
That
answer.
is spot on, Lachlan.
right, there you
She
go.
never went to school. She was privately tutored for her
Yeah.
entire life.
There you
as
go.
The royal family
Makes
she
sense.
is.
Yep.
Incredible start. I
How,
read
how dare she have free thought?
exactly. We're going to tell her everything
Yeah.
so that she can be the queen of what we tell her for the next 70 years. And it
Incredible.
worked flawlessly.
Yeah.
I really quickly ran these through Michelle.
Oh yeah.
She got only one right, and she's
One
probably
right?
the biggest Queen Lizzie fan that
So I'm already like top tier fan.
already. She thought it was the mushrooms thing. Now, I got no
Maybe
idea.
she's a picky eater.
Yeah, yes, she can relate. It's like Queen
It's like,
Lizzie,
yeah, fuck mushrooms.
you and me, babe. All right, did Queen Lizzie marry her cousin or have her cousin killed?
It's like pre-Charles. I'm trying to think of Charles as a cousin. I mean, it's a royal family, so like, I think we gotta play the numbers here. Married.
Wow, Lachlan knows the royal family in and out. Yes, she did
Absolutely.
indeed marry her cousin. It was Philip. Apparently, her and Philip cousins 3 times removed from Queen Victoria. A couple
That's right.
generations
I think
back.
I actually did know that.
From someone's mum's. And
Did I say
someone's dad's
Charles
side.
before I meant Philip?
I was wondering.
Yeah, they do. They cross the line at fucking
Yeah.
daughter.
Makes-
Moving on.
What a way.
I'm losing my
I thought
mind.
this would be a beautiful homage
You think
to the Queen.
later on I'd be more awake, so I wouldn't make these kinds of mistakes.
No,
but
this
here
is
we are.
taking us out.
All right.
All right. Did this is the one I think this might help you with?
Mm-hmm.
Did Queen Lizzie have less than 30 corgis in her lifetime, or more than 30 corgis in her lifetime?
Oh no, lifetime.
Yeah, in a
I'm pretty
whole
sure she had
life.
30 at once, so I'm gonna say more.
Yes, it was indeed more. I actually could not find an exact amount. I
Of
just
how many
stole from the
corgis? Just-
facts. More than 30 corgis.
Do they have like a corgi cemetery?
I think they do.
I feel like they would, right? And that's all well and good until you get like 3 rows, and then you're like, starting to look a little bit like a war memorial.
Right? What are you
Like, do we have
doing
the
to this
unknown
corgi?
corgi? The eternal flame.
I mean, when she got her first one at 18 years old,
Yeah.
and then just
just-
constant.
Yeah, I'm very sure they might not have all been hers. But I'm sure I've seen a photo with at least 30 corgis. It's like swarming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
3 for 3.
Damn,
Incredible.
I really do know Lizzie.
Did Queen Lizzie used to have a glass of champagne before bed every night,
Mm-hmm.
or would she have monthly hunting session for rabbits?
She went hunting? Surely not. I also can't really see her being a little bit of champagne.
Shampoos before, pop the bottle before bed, dearie.
I mean, hey, maybe it's a long life. Cheers.
Yeah, champagne before bed every night.
I want to say that it's champagne, but again, it's like royals. You got to play the number game. So, that's a toughie. I'm gonna lock in champagne. I don't think she went hunting every month.
Lachlan locking in the champagne, and as always, Lachlan, you are a #1 Queen Lizzie
Fuck.
fan. Goodness
go.
gracious, 4 for 4. Yes, Queen Elizabeth used to have a martini for lunch and a glass of champagne before bed
Damn.
every day,
Okay.
up until like the last 10 or 15 years when her doctor was like,
I was gonna say, surely that had to
you
stop.
gotta stop that now.
But
But
that's what had me leaning towards the hunting. I didn't necessarily think that was true. I was like, she
just
was
couldn't.
so old.
She
There's no
can't.
way. She could not stomach a martini every lunch.
oh my god, are you gonna get a 6 for 6 here?
was only
Lachlan?
6. I'm
it's
feeling
only
good.
6. Jesus
Putting the
Christ.
pressure on late though.
Now, does Queen Lizzie
Hmm.
have her own comic book or have her own Barbie doll? What would Queen Lizzie have her own version of? I mean, she honestly
Barbie
might
doll.
have both. I
How
should
old?
have done my research.
How old is Barbie?
Pretty
We'd
goddamn
probably be
old.
talking like 2000s in reality, because they probably had enough just Barbie things before
Yeah.
they started to branch out and be
yeah,
like,
branching out.
what kind of celebrity or
Exactly.
famous.
Who should we do?
And at that point, she's pretty fucking old too. Nobody's buying a grandma doll. It's gotta be
Barbie.
the other. What was the other thing?
Her own comic book.
Yeah, I reckon there's a comic book of Lizzie.
So, does Lizzie have her own comic book?
Oh no, you gotta do me like this.
Honestly, she might, but that was not the fun fact that I had, unfortunately. Luckily, you were so close, Queen. And this is actually
tripped at the end.
this is incredible. This was the one Michelle actually got right. She got everything.
she used
else
to have the
right,
Barbie
but
doll?
she knew about the Queen Lizzie Barbie doll. I don't
I
think
wanna
she had
see
it.
You
but
gotta
she
bring
wanted
this
it.
up
I can
after this.
absolutely pop it up. I don't think they make her look old, which
Okay,
is
so
where
it's like
you got
young Lizzie.
sabotaged.
Yeah.
I
But
also
I was just thinking, it's got to be like around when she was, you know?
Guess,
Go on guess mode?
That guess.
Nah,
this?
down the bottom left.
Guess mode.
There you
thank
go.
Okay, cool. It was also fuck it. It was already
You've
lined
also
up.
now
for
gonna like
me.
lined it up.
God damn it.
That's a rookie mistake.
It's fine. I won't ever do it again. I promise. Queen Lizzie Barbie doll.
It was so close.
Barfney doll.
Yeah, fair enough.
Here we go.
Oh my god. It's worse than I ever could have imagined.
Kind of terrifying,
Can
right?
you imagine giving that to your child?
Here you go, enjoy.
Then $1,000.
Wow.
I mean, I guess
see.
she's dead now, so
They're probably a vintage collection.
that's so weird to look at.
The
Because it is. It's like her old, but Barbie-fied, so she doesn't look like a human.
Flawless skin, but still old.
It's weird. It's weirdly accurate though.
Yeah.
Like if she got a whole lot of Botox, that's probably what she'd look like.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Does-
Incredible.
Are you telling me that Betty White doesn't have a Barbie doll? That's fucked up.
I kind of want to see it.
There's probably someone who's made one.
Yeah, it's not an official one, but
Hey, there it is.
hey,
God
classic.
damn.
Oh, God.
Oh no!
God.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah,
We're going
yeah.
deep. We're going too deep.
So unfortunately, Lachlan was not a 6 out of 6 Lizzie.
Was that the
fan.
last one?
No, but there is
Oh,
one
okay.
more.
I was like, at
Could
least
you
we
be
didn't
a
get the
5
last
out
one.
of 6 Lizzie fan? A 90% Lizzie
Still pretty
fan.
good. That's pretty good.
Now for all the marbles.
Mm-hmm.
Did Queen Elizabeth own all the swans and dolphins in UK waters, or have a subscription for free Nando's for life?
Free Nando's.
Which I guess now is over.
Yeah, and Nando's is like, phew.
Oh no, that Queen would
If it was another 10 years, they're out of business.
Her cheeky Nando days. Too much.
She would have eaten at Nando's. What do you reckon?
What do I reckon?
Do you reckon she'd
I
eat?
can't say it. Or do I reckon she ate
Yeah,
at
like
Nando's?
what? No, all right. So I won't even ask what kind of thing. We might not have seen it. What level of spice is she going for? Is she a spicy peri Nando's?
Well, I like to think after living a long life, at some point you just get bored with
So
like
you
if you have Nando's for life, you're just gonna
Yeah.
get bored getting
Like
the
what,
same.
you don't want to get mild every
base.
time.
So I
But how
think.
far do you think she went up?
Well, do you know that? I don't know the thing off the top of my head.
Oh, neither.
It's like
I'm not a big Nando's fan, honestly.
We'll say a range of 5 and
Controversial
mild
opinion.
is like 2. I would say
Yeah.
she's a 4, to be honest.
4.
I think she would have worked her way up to a 4.
I mean, if you had a lifetime supply, then I guess you're right. You'd experiment and find that right level.
Or does she own?
Cannot see that being true. It makes me think that it is, because like, why would you come up with that? But all right, give me the first one again. I need to work this
Does
over.
Queen Lizzie own all the swans and dolphins within
Swans and
UK
dolphins is
waters?
so specific.
They're both pretty specific. I'm proud of this one.
Dolphins and swans. I'm trying to think of like whether that has some kind of meaning. Like, is it some sort of clan thing, like through the royal
Yes.
family?
Like
Like
a
it's a
trade.
sigil of some
Yes.
kind.
Could be. Seems pretty royal.
It seems so dumb that it is true,
They both kind
but
of
they're
do.
both like that.
A lot of weird and dumb privileges given to you for being the
And
queen
like
for 7
Nando's could
years.
totally just say that, and then it doesn't even matter if she
Doesn't eat it.
She doesn't need to say yes. They
Yeah.
can just be like, yeah, if the queen ever comes into Nando's, we probably would have done it
Nando's.
anyway because it's
Yeah.
the fucking queen.
Makes
but
sense. That's a royal law.
I'm gonna say dolphins and swans, and if it's wrong, I'm really upset at myself.
Congratulations,
Yeah?
Lachlan. Yep, you
That is
are
so
a
dumb.
90% Lizzie fan. It was a law
Damn.
stated back. I wish I actually wrote the
Yeah,
details.
do you know what went on with
Let's
that?
see if I can find it. I think
What's
I
the
just get
reasoning?
fun facts about Queen.
Yeah, that makes
Lizzie.
sense.
Let's see if I can find. It wasn't 15. It might be 14.
Yeah, how far down did you go for these?
There was a
the
lot
regal
of facts. I'm gonna go through and I'll see which web. It wasn't that one. Oh, I think it was this one. Yeah,
Never went to school. Here they are.
Okay, I think it was pretty low. In fact, if I just Control F, Swan. There we go. As early as the 12th century, the British monarchy laid claim to all mute swans in the country, according to the official royal family website. Back then, the birds were considered a delicacy. Today, the Queen doesn't eat those swans, but she still technically owns them. Every year, the Queen's Swan marker.
Yeah, it's just dog food now for the corgis.
Yep, yeah. Oh, God. Leads. There's an actual job. Queen Swan marker leads a multi-day census called the Swan Upping to count the birds and check up on their health.
God.
Plus, thanks to 1,324 statute, the Queen can also claim ownership of all fishes royal. That means any sturgeon, dolphin,
royal.
whales, and porpoise. Porpoise.
Porpoises?
How much can a
Porpoise?
porpoise pick a porpoise of a porpoise that reside in the water around the UK? Hence, she owns
Wow.
all the swans and dolphins that swim in UK waters.
That is ridiculous.
Look at that.
I'm so glad.
Oh,
Like, I know technically we're a part of it, but I'm so glad that we don't have some fucking royal family hanging over our
It's a bit
nation.
ridiculous, right? Some of these weird
It's
old
just,
rules.
it's so culty and
Yeah.
incestuous. It's just,
Yeah.
it's gross to think
Little
about.
gross.
But hey, R.I.P. Lizzie.
R.I.P. Lizzie.
I was your biggest fan
From-
almost.
Number one fan. 5 out of 6
I'll
questions.
take that.
That is
Very-
incredible.
Once again, didn't go in very confident. Came out feeling all right about
Came out
myself.
feeling pretty good. So
Learning a lot.
Lachlan not only is a huge fan of Lizzie, but is also a fighter and can tackle a lot of challenges.
I'm learning a lot about
thrown
myself today. This is
That's
a
the
big
point
one.
of the Holy Guacamole podcast.
Damn.
It's been a wild ride, Lachlan.
It has been.
It's been very fun.
Is this it coming to a close?
This is it coming to a beautiful and sad close.
Oh my
The
God.
tears coming to my
I can hear the bear in the big blue house playing in my head.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Good friends, goodbye. Time to play. Oh,
All right,
shit.
enough of that.
All right.
Well, thank you for coming on, Lachlan. I hope you had a
Of course.
blast.
It was good fun.
I think we're going to try and slowly introduce everyone one by one. So
yeah.
we still have Adam to hop on at some points, Chloe to hop on at some point.
Yeah. You got so many people.
If any of you fans are in town, maybe we'll squeeze
A
you
little
in.
guest spot.
If you think you can handle the chaos that is the structure of this podcast.
Yeah. Watch out for the trivia.
Who knows? We're still waiting. I've had this segment written in my notes since the start of this podcast. I still have so many questions about Christianity and religion as a whole.
Yeah, you're telling me that you're going to ask these questions. They're going to put me in a bad light.
Oh, that's right. I did.
Oh,
I
no.
had.
I shouldn't have brought it up. Guys, goodbye, guys. That's all we have time
We
for.
won't have time for it now, but I did have lots of questions that I just consider my personal questions that, yep, some of them you can't really answer without seeming a little
Absolutely
suspicious.
ousting myself.
But I guess that'll have to be saved for another poor soul.
that's
and
all right.
Poor soul could be you. Who knows?
Exactly.
Anyway,
Ask me about my wiener.
Ask me about my winner.
I love it every time.
Thank you.
Last I heard from the wiener is that he was getting his wiener walks around town.
It's true.
A
His ween
beautiful
was-
day.
All over the shop.
All flopping around. I think actually Lachlan had a bit of a ween experience.
Yeah,
on the
a
way
little
in.
excited coming
A
through the
little
gate.
excited.
It was a bit of a fountain,
Little
but
bit of
that's
a
all right.
tinkle
We don't hold
toddler.
it against him. He's only a little
That's what he
wiener.
does. Before we sign off, just one quick last look. We'll do a quick fly through of the schedule in case you missed it at the start. So you just missed, but you can also rewatch instantly.
Exactly.
The Holy Guacamole
live, baby.
podcast. Of course, Mitch, I assume, will be streaming some horror maybe later tonight. That feels like a night thing.
Wait for the sun to go down.
But it could also be very scary, so you might want to do it during the day. And of course, he is streaming every day throughout the week and every day of September. And maybe if we can convince him hard enough, every day for the rest of his life.
Yep. I
That's a
think we can get there.
possibility. We have
Enough
Harry
gift subs.
and Adam doing some streaming tomorrow night. I'm not sure game Adam's playing, but Harry's coming back with the Bannerlord. It's an absolute classic again. If you haven't checked it out, please do. We have myself not being there, but Harry loading up for the Turbo Tuesday.
In 20.
Holy shit, Mitch is
You can
streaming
just go
in 20
tune
minutes.
in straight away. So no rewatch. Go watch his stream and then come back.
Yep, absolutely. For the first time, we will hopefully be launching again. I hope I'm not sabotaging Harry, but it looks like Stone Block is happening this Thursday, 7 p.m.
It's actually confirmed.
Oh,
no, it's confirmed.
Word coming in
Yep.
from our earpieces.
Sorry, Harry, if it wasn't confirmed.
Terry-
It is now.
he will be there. We have set up the expectation. Harry and Cam for sure. Maybe Adam, maybe Lachlan. I guess the other way to find out is to
Yeah, you
watch.
gotta tune in.
And then Adam finishing off the week with the stream on Friday with whatever Friday game he's playing. To really confirm the games at some point before we announce them. But that's just
but
Holy
it's
Guacamole.
fine. We're super on top of it.
That's who we are.
We know it. We just didn't want to say it because it ruins the surprise.
Hey, Lachlan.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for preparing all those amazing questions.
That's no problem. It is the highlight of my week to think of the dumbest things to talk about. And it's nice to know that Lachlan will survive almost any scenario I
It's
throw
true.
at him,
It's
whether
true.
it's a trivia on Lizzie.
Just don't send a Titan my way.
Just do not send a Titan either of our ways. I also do not think I could take a Titan. I think I would do worse on the list, surprisingly.
Yeah, if only we had time, we could go back through it for you. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
All right. Well, have a great Sunday, everyone.
Cheers,
and have a good week.
everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. Signing off. Holy Guacamole. Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.